Hello, hello. Just checking to make sure my audio's fine. It seems like it is. I'm not muted. Everything's fine. Nice. Yeah, no, my headphones didn't have any audio earlier, which is why I'm a little bit late. But yeah, hello, boys and gals, guys and girls, and everybody else. Today, I bring you. I am Limbus Company, and today we play Cash in 1020. Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be Nocturnal Sweeping, Intervalo 5-2. Nocturnal Sweeping, I repeat. Whoa, why is it? Okay, it's H Corp or District H, which is related to H Corp, but like this, I never realized that the things change. You know, I've never realized that that like you get the pop-up thing, like the yellow buildings, whatever, every time you select a stage. That's cool. I never realized. Sometimes you just is right in front of your eyes, but as long as your mind does not pay attention to it, then you're essentially blind. Yeah, there's the new mirror dungeon here, and the weekly bonuses is like, what the fuck was that? Is this? Whoa, this is a cool effect. Weekly new mirror dungeon. I didn't get the season 6 guaranteed unit ticket. That sucks, man. That makes me sad. Although I see there's the Hong Yuan like Heisho pack and potential Shichen what's she called? Ishmael? Like that unit here as well. So like I could pull for this to try and complete my. Whoa! I did not know. Wasn't Sinclair free? Why is he a pullable unit? But yeah, maybe I did not know that Heathcliff had a Heisho pack ID. But yeah, I have been contemplating pull on this, but like in the end, I think I'm not. I have over 100 pulls here. Whoops, from the Lunacy, pure Lunacy, and then I have 60 pulls from tickets. So like I'm pretty sure I could guarantee one unit, but I don't know if I want to guarantee any. Have you tried the new Yi Sang? I have not. He looks fucking awesome though. All I know is that I should not read his kit. I should not go in there. Let's check the art. I mean, this art looks cool, but like this one looks awesome, man. I think this one looks so fucking awesome. I really want to pull for him or shard him. I'm probably gonna shard him. But you know, you will enjoy him. I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy him. I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy him, but I'm gonna enjoy his gameplay. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Oh yeah. Wait. I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting to stream to do this. Okay, look who has 400 shards of Dawn. Is lore spoilers? You won't play lore anyways? Don't tempt me. Anyways, I finally got Dawn. I got the cool Dawn. Oh my god. And I'm probably gonna. I mean, I have a lot of Yi Sang shards, so I could just shard him. Because I'm at 93 boxes already. I have finally also maxed out the battle pass. Like I've reached 120, so no more free boxes. Check his S3-2 though. Okay, whatever. It's 9 coins. I saw it in the Discord. Someone mentioned 9 coins is real. That is crazy. What the fuck, man? 9 coins. Oh, honestly, that actually makes me want to pull for him less. Because 9 coins is gonna take forever. Especially since it's a skill 3, it's gonna take forever. Only one copy of this skill can exist on the dashboard. But yeah, this is gonna take forever to go through, man. He does 4k in a hit. He can do 1,000 damage outside mirror dungeon. I mean, that's a lot, but like Kajin also does like at least 600-700 damage on her skill 3. So like, you know, it's same speed as Monodon. I don't know what Monodon is, but yeah, I like these. Poise sinking. It looks so cool. Let me up tie you to 3. Because I don't have enough for up tie 4. Manager Don? Okay, just say manager then. I don't know what mana is. Okay.
로신한테도 그렇게 생각하지
로신한테도.
않는가?
I shouldn't have uptied because it gives me the wrong art. This is ugly! At least give me the... Why does it give me this art? At least give me the ID art, man. Like, at least show me this. Let's just... I mean, I'm gonna do story today. I'm gonna be doing intervallo, so like, the loading screen will be... It's gonna be changed anyways, but like, you know. Will you watch the anniversary video? Probably not. I don't even know it existed. Where it exists. I don't keep up. I don't keep up. I never do. It's usually people just tell me about it. I did watch the video you sent me though. You should. But maybe I won't. W rewards? Okay. I didn't even know anniversary is soon. Well, that's the video I'm talking about? Really? The rough one? That's the anniversary video I was supposed to watch? Not that one? Then I don't know, then I don't know what video it was you sent me. Okay? Then I don't know what we're talking about. Time to fall asleep again listening to me yap. I'm not. Oh, you mean this one? Now I see which one you mentioned. It's the one where you told me to get a better Heathcliff ID, but I already have the best Heathcliff ID. No, I'm not. I don't really. You know, I'll just allow myself to be pleasantly surprised whenever the rewards drop, whenever anniversary rolls around. Also, I see Hong Lu here in the shadows. You know, like, you know, if the rewards are gonna come either way, like, it doesn't matter if I know what rewards are gonna come or not. Anyways, yeah, music is nice. Happy New Year. I'm doing this 2 months. It's already fucking February is almost over. It's already been 2 months. Holy shit. Time flies way too quick. No, time doesn't fly. Time runs way too quick. Time's running away. But yeah, Happy New Year. 2 years too late. No, actually, this is like imperfect timing for CNY. I see perfect timing. It's like 1 week too late, but like this is like CNY week related. Okay, this was all planned. I knew this was gonna happen. Which I know. I'm pretty sure. I see CNY, but like it's Lunar New Year, right? And I'm pretty sure Korea actually celebrates Lunar New Year, and not like the Western one. So you know, it's perfectly on brand, on point. I planned all this, yes. And also, I have to fucking voice all the characters for this. But like this, I ate too much too fast earlier. I was feeling out of it every time, man. Every time I accidentally eat too much and feel like shit afterwards because I'm like too stuffed. I'm like, I'm never gonna do that again, and then I do it anyways. I'm just doomed. What a cruel fate. Doomed to commit the same mistake of overeating too fast again and again. But that is life. But yeah, and also after that I had hiccups, and so I'm not really sure how, like, I don't know, like, we'll see how I feel, how my condition is. Right now I feel totally fine though, so like, Hopefully, ideally, it should be fine. I should be fine. But we don't know. You know, I might have to give up or something in the middle. In the middle of it. But for now, we are gonna start the thing. I do not remember the voices I gave each character from last week. All I remember is like Raj's voice. And I've been practicing it in the mirror after the stream. This whole week. I've been in private I've just been I just been speaking with like when I do my like day job or like while I've been like out meeting with friends, I've just been speaking with that voice instead. And no one's noticed a thing. You know, I've become completely assimilated with the girl voice. Bullshitting aside, let's start. Happy New Year. No, I don't know how to say Happy New Year in Korean. I was thinking about it for a minute and I realized I'm probably thinking of the Cantonese one. Oh, here we go. Perfect. We're starting off with Raja's voice, which is the one I've been practicing. No, that was a lie. I haven't actually been practicing it. Not even one bit. Let's see if my voice... I forgot to warm up my voice before this. Limbus Company? Yeah, it is Limbus Company. Yan. Okay, that was awful. Dante, any idea where that leftover cake from yesterday went? I just remember I gave her a Valley Girl accent a little bit, but like I'm apparently not so good at it, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah. Anyways, no idea. I mean, why would I know? I can't even eat. Darn. Did Donkey already get her paws on them? Raja rubbed her tired eyes, muttered something about how we should have parted ways. How we should have partied in her room instead, and stumbled to the back door. Okay. Wait. What did she ask for? She asked for... cake. W. Raja? I agree. W. Raja. The New Year's came swiftly to the inhabitants of the bus after the various incidents at the LTE. The sinners all came from different backgrounds and parts of the city, but the annual celebration for New Year seemed to be a thread that connected their cultures together. They began floating the idea of a New Year's party and... Excellent! Then permit me the honor of hosting this banquet! With her usual overdramatic boast, coupled with a familiar twinkle in her eyes, Don Quixote declared that there would indeed be a New Year's party, and thus it was decided. Okay, I gave him like a German accent. Again. And like he's kind of mumbling again. After all the hell we went through with the back door and whatnot for the out of season Christmas celebration. Oh yeah, the Christmas was a long while ago. Yet I must insist, for it was but an effort to decorate the bus, the intent quite divorced from the act of celebration. Don Quixote glanced at Sinclair, sheepishly scratching the back of her head. Huh? Oh, don't worry about me, really. Oh, because of his trauma, like his whole family got... Oops, did I say the quiet part out loud? I'm sorry, Sinclair. Well, this is true that mine actions hath brought thee quite the distress, unintentionally I might add. Thus I ask thee, wouldst thou not agree that a communal event to mark the occasion might freshen both our spirits and bodies? I can't even begin to imagine her amnesiac self even taking a moment to give a damn about how Sinclair might take it. But I guess with memory came tact. You know, it's our first New Year's together. It sure is an occasion for a celebration, huh? You gotta hear that bell go ding to really mark the transition to New Year, right? Ah, it seems that we shall be welcoming the first light of the new year in company of one another. This is indeed a cause for celebration. A bowl of, okay. Roshi's voice, I vividly remember thinking this. Last canto, last intervallo, I was so happy that Roshi didn't have too many lines, because I did not know how to make a good Roshi voice, and I still don't. A bowl of noodles before the last night of the year fades. Classic. Okay, that wasn't even... whatever. Such bubbling enthusiasm from you warmeth mine own heart. Oh yeah, I remember I gave her like the old Shifu, like a guy voice, like a old man voice, like one of those old senseis in like martial arts movies. I'm pretty sure martial arts is more Chinese than Japanese, so like I'm being very culturally insensitive right now. I should probably stop it. Forsooth, the grandiosity of this banquet shall be one for the books, fireworks most brilliant, enough delicacies too. Charon, where is our next stop? My feet be running non-stop for 3 days at least. Only dum-dums stop on a fast road. So she says. Regilius muttered with his usual sardonic edge, one fist under his chin. Fee. For next year's celebration, the banquet shall be prepared ere the promised hour. Don Quixote's idea of a grand banquet depressingly fizzled into nothingness, but Raja brought out the cakes and cookies she'd stashed in her room so we could at least hold a small celebration for the New Year's together. How long has she stashed those cakes and cookies in there? They must have gone bad. Like how bad she is. Hey! No, okay, that's the bad. I'm sorry. After that, we all stayed up together, watched the New Year's first sunrise, briefly paint the city in gold, then retired to sleep. That's something I did. I know it's I don't know if it's a Korean tradition as well, but like it's a Japanese one. Watch the New Year's first sunrise. When everyone woke up, rubbing their tired eyes, the world outside the bus had completely transformed. It was a behemoth of a structure, bizarre in its presence, and its walls seemingly made of gargantuan steel plates. This is the one, this is the image I used for my thumbnail today. This is H Corp? H Corp? The sinners began to voice their surprise, appropriately so, as what came into view was different from any of the nests we'd passed by on our journey thus far. This is a cool building, also very dystopian and doesn't feel very nice, because it's no green, it's just metal, right? Or like concrete. But like it's a cool building to view from outside. Is that massive structure all one building? If that whole thing's the nest, then where the hell's the back streets? That's big enough to cover H Corp's territory and then some. I don't think I gave Heathcliff that low of a voice. I think he had a higher voice. But then it kind of starts clashing with my Dante voice, I think. If that whole thing's the nest, then if that whole thing's the nest, then where the hell's the back streets? That's big enough to cover H Corp's territory and then some. Well, there he goes again, asking dumb questions without ever taking a peep at the guidebook. That's not the nest. That huge box you see over there, that's District 8. We call it Hong Yuan, the vast garden. Wait, no. Femboy voice. High voice, kinda like mine. I think I just gave him my voice. We call it Hong Yuan, the vast garden here at H Corp. The nest lies within the center of the structure, and the back streets without. Oh, so they squeezed the entire population of this district in there. Did they just not get a ray of sunlight all year round? Huh. Well, at least they won't have to worry about the rain. Prithee, avail me a sight as well. As the sinners began to gather one by one at the other side of the bus, stirred awake from their late night's rest, I felt my gaze drawn toward Hong Lu. I looked for signs of concern and distress on his face, worried. It wasn't exactly something unique to Hong Lu, but the stories about his past home life we've heard throughout the year, whenever he felt like sharing them, were all consistently and terribly depressing. It's not such a bad place when you actually try living here for a while. Hello, Voido Barrett. But his lips, ever so slightly curled upward into a kindly and relaxed smile, are making the same expression as ever. An expression that hasn't changed at all since our first meeting. Maybe it's just a cultural difference. Kinda like how Hong Lu can be so nonchalant about things that should give most people pause. But actually, no. I'm not helping anyone or anything by entertaining these thoughts. My job, at this moment, is to keep a close eye on Hong Lu, more so than usual. And if the time comes for me to help him, as the manager, I'll give it my all. Besides... Wow, this thing's even bigger up close. Verily, I carry no recollection of a structure so grand, even in past adventures of mine. If my efforts aren't enough, I know I can trust the sinners to lend me a hand. Hey, let me see too. I collected my thoughts and approached the sinners who were flattened up against the glass window to get a good view. Oh my god, that is a massive building, because that's a Limbus. Also, the Limbus is, I forgot, Mephistopheles, that's the name of the bus, is so much smaller than I imagined. Just like, it feels like, I know like it's like some space technology, right? Also, I want to use bleed.
나를 의로움을 세우기 위해서라면
나를 불렀나?
I can do this because these three all do rupture, so like it's 5 ruptures and 5 bleeds.
보는 눈은 있네요.
실수.
새로운 몸이집보다
Oh, you know what? I want to do a sinking team. Oh, F2 doesn't work. I want to do sinking. I want to do sinking. I want to try sinking. So like I want to do like a U, and then I mean I don't have enough sinking teams right now, sinking characters, but like I have U now, right? And I have like I want to do a poise sinking. I guess it's kind of unique charge for Kaja. Like I want to do a Kaja centric team with like every character using, well, Kaja is already selected, with every character being sinking. Then this one should just be called Rupture. I mean, this is kind of like a Rupture Bleed team. I don't think I need everybody, but like, you know, it's a Rupture Bleed hybrid. That's the team I used to beat level 10 of the current one that I'm using right now is the one I used to beat Mirror Dungeon Hard Floor 10 once. It took forever. Once we left the bus. Oh man, I can't believe we had to get off the bus here. We have to make a formal complaint against H-Corp for this crap. What the hell were they thinking, doing shoddy construction work at the entrance of the highway that leads straight into the nest? Many causes there may be to such construction projects, yet perhaps an early warning sign near our approach to the site would have been a sensible Were it not for young Karen's most valiant drifting, I shudder to even imagine the terrible possibilities. What would have been the most awful end to an adventure. It's no surprise that the sinners all had a piece of their mind to speak. As we drove up to the entryway, we unexpectedly came across a mess of badly put together steel plates blocking our path in the middle of the road. Karen quickly spun the bus around, which meant that everyone ended up being thrown about like rag dolls. Good thing there was another road off the highway that leads into the city, right? I bet Charon would have tried to reverse gear all the way back to the last interchange. But looks like we'll be going through all these winding alleyways to get to the nest. So we're going through the back door. It's so dark in here. We were greeted by a dark street upon disembarking from the bus, illuminated only by faint strands of light. It was immediately obvious that we found ourselves in the back streets of H Corp. Look pretty impressive from the outside, but it's no different from the other back streets inside, eh? Yep, it's a familiar sight. I gotta say, it's getting real old. I ask thee, is the nest of this district shrouded in such darkness as well? No, these particular sites are limited to the back streets of District 8. The back streets of this district weren't very different from the other ones we'd visited in the past. People hurrying through the streets as though they were being chased by something. People scowling and glaring at the ground with some sickness or discomfort. Scenes all too common in every corner of the city. There was one thing about this place that stood out from the other districts, however. They kind of remind me of the former G-Corp soldiers back at District 4. What do you mean? You mean those fellas? The growths on their flesh appeared too organic to be prosthetics. Some of them had odd protrusions or nodules bulging from their skin as well. Not at all, Manager Bud. Look, they haven't all mutated in the same pattern. Like into an insectoid form, for example. Well, I guess I should commend you for not looking at them through my bias lens. You're observing the aftermath of District 8's distinctive method of treatment. Oh, so this is where the rumors of the bluish healing ointment came from, huh? Apparently they can cure any flesh wound after just one night dressed in bandages. It seems that certain misconceptions must be addressed. They are the variations of H-Corp's singularity, the bolus. The bolus? I remember you though, I remember your voice. She is likely referring to medicines brewed and kneaded into ball chip pills. Correct. H-Corp or the Hongyun Bioengineering Group mainly manufactures boluses that contain essences of treatment. The boluses may be taken orally, ground with water into paste and applied directly to the affected area, or dissolved in water, soaking into bandages or wrapped around the necessary area for treatment. I guess rumors transform as they travel. I see. I was just thinking about how they do things back at the K-Corp. The focus of K-Corp's technology is the reversal and recovery of one's conditions. Returning to the original state is the key word in their treatment. It is no rare sight to find unique techniques and technology developed independently by the inhabitants of the backstreets of District 8 using the manufactured boluses. The treatments are not individually customized for each patient. Instead, their focus is on selecting the appropriate technique from a myriad of choices to address the deficiencies in their statuses. Perhaps one could choose the words transformation or evolution as a more illustrative descriptor for their method of treatment. So, that's what counts as treated? The crowd Sinclair was pointing at certainly Hey, it's rude to point, Sinclair. I thought you were raised prim and proper. I'm being so critical of Sinclair today. The crowd Sinclair was pointing at certainly appeared unhurt, as none of them were bleeding or walking with a limp, but many of them appeared dazed, staring blankly at nothing, or scratching absent-mindedly at their mutated parts. They must be the regulars. Unexpectedly, we found our answer not from Faust, not from Assault, but from Hong Lu. The regulars. Yes, I've heard of them as a child. People who've grown too accustomed to visiting the clinics in search of their mystical treatments. The regulars might appear more intimidating than most people at first glance, but apparently all the side effects they've been stacking changes them in strange ways. It is highly likely that interoperation, conflictual issues that will arise when applying highly disparate treatment methods to a single body. At least it's a cheaper alternative for people who didn't sign up for life insurance. You speak of life insurance? Yes, life insurance. There's a special insurance option to bring the client back to life upon the event of their death. Oh my god. So, the irony isn't lost on me, but I thought resurrecting people was one of the head's taboos. The head does not consider the revival via life insurance to be a violation of their non-resurrection taboo. It is likely that on a technical level, this revival is actually categorized as brain resurrection as opposed to a full resurrection. Degradation of his functions considered, of course. I forgot. Otis and Roshi are like my two Achilles heel in terms of the voices. Because I still haven't, it's been a whole stream and I still haven't settled on like what voices I want to give them. Another fatal downside to this technology is that, unlike the manager's clock winding, the subject cannot be brought back if their brain is destroyed. Okay, so just like K-Corp. Also, there is a risk of significant losses in the process of information transference. Losses, huh? So maybe some of the mutations could be more than just side effects of these treatments. Maybe, but I heard it takes more than 1 or 2 revivals to change that much. And since apparently people in the back streets could never even dream of paying consistent insurance renewal rates, so... After all, who would sign up for insurance if using its services could reduce them to such pitiful states? Yeah, they appear pathetic and pitiful to you rich bastards, don't they? You'll soon be in the same boat as them, so save some pity for yourselves. Identify yourselves! The stranger's voice cut through our discussion like a foreign instrument. We turned around to find a large group of people who were clearly up to no good. You must be the young master of that high and mighty Jia family, eh? I could tell you just by looking at your pretty face. Your friends, Hanlu? No. I haven't had much chance to get acquainted with people from the back streets, so... Nope. I've never met them before. Of course you haven't. Too busy living large, playing gods in a whole different family from a different world from us plebs, huh? Not that it matters. We're just here to take the thing you brought here for submission to the family hierarchy evaluation. The what evaluation? Okay, there's clearly been a misunderstanding. There's quite a lot of them. We're not off to a great start here, huh, man? Actually, no. It'll be a violation of our office's core values to jump them like we're some common thugs. Aye, Shan San, third son of the Triax office. It's a new office. Challenge Jia Bao Yu of the Jia family to duel. Jia Bao Yu? Is that Hong Lu? Is that referring to Hong Lu? Is that his other name? Our wager will be that the winner can take anything they want from the loser. Doesn't seem very equal now, does it? Wait, what do you mean a duel? Duel! I've heard tale that duels of the honorable fixers of the Sink Association Eastern Branch announced their intent to duel by stating their affiliation and name, instead of casting their gauntlets, and the pamphlet that young Ishmael had presented before me earlier presented the truth that the Triax office is indeed an office of the East, though they are indeed of a lesser quality. To such true, genuine, accurate declaration of a duel that we behold. So, it's just a fancy way of saying 1v1 me, let's go, innit? I mean, this guy doesn't look too tough. What do you think, Faust? Agreed. This individual does not seem to possess any particularly exceptional skill that may pose difficulties for Hong Lu. I think it's going to be okay. I'll be back in a minute, Dante. You sure this is okay? I don't think you're going to lose against him, but, you know, just in case. No worries, I have some childhood experience with duels myself. I've done about 10 of them, I think. So the rich boy dabbles in duels, has he? I think you misunderstand. I meant to say that I've done about 10 of them a day. Oh, but grandmother sometimes let me skip them. So it might have been slightly fewer than that on some days. What? What? I, Hong Lu of Limbus Company. Oh, no. I, Bao Yu of the Zhao family. Accept this duel. Hong Lu stepped forward confidently as the opponent was processing what he just heard. For a moment, Hong Lu stood there in a stance that did not express even a hint of aggression, before curiously cocking his head to the side. Sorry? Are we waiting for something? Oh, so I always let the opponent get the first 2 moves in duels. Please, don't hesitate. Let me? You little... Tsk, you cocky pride shall be your downfall! The man who introduced himself as Shan San leaped toward Hong Lu. Then, after about a minute... How is this happening? Oh, how is he speaking? He's fucking dead. He got fucking slaughtered! Unlike Shan San, who was throwing punches and swings with boiling hot passion, Hong Lu was effortlessly gliding between his opponent's tracks like he was out on a picnic. Dude, and he's not this OP when he fights with us? What was it about, like, the tuning? Also, why am I... There we go. I accidentally emoted. I don't know when. I should have been ages ago. It should have been right before I entered the battle, yeah. So I hit the shortcut, the hotkey. Anyways, as though this was but a leisurely stroll through a garden. Whenever Shan San threw a powerful punch, Hong Lu redirected it to the side with ease, the fist only grazing his clothes. We were mesmerized by the feathery light movements of his hands and feet that effortlessly glided through the air, until, after one blink and you'll miss it moment, we realized that Shan San was already face down on the ground, defeated. Damn. He's so OP. Why isn't he this OP with us, eh? Oh? Young Hong Lu has thou been concealing thy full strength in our presence. Oh no, I wouldn't say that. I always put my all into every fight. Yeah, to defeat this foe this foe so soundly. To dance with such a grace between his strikes is 'twas as though thou were dueling someone whose skill may only measure against a child's. I forgot what voice I gave Donkey, man. It's every time. But most of our fights happen in environments with a lot of variables, and we usually fight against enemies with all kinds of unexpected weapons and powers. You read him. Already familiar with that fool's moves? Oh yes, one of my Biwu instructors use similar techniques as this gentleman here. Practice makes perfect, and perfection makes an expert, right? Right, but I'm not sure if that's entirely relevant here. Oh, he's alive? Well, anyways, looks to me that he soundly kicked your behind in this duel. Let us through, why don't you? And preferably not do the thing I think you're about to do. This duel wasn't overseen by a notary office anyway, and our employee's not gonna let this failure slide if we just leave. Don't just sit there, move your asses and jump them. What happened to the winner being allowed to take whatever, push whatever on the loser? Pathetic. I can kinda see how we're becoming experts at getting jumped. With a bitter cry of the defeated, his gang rushed toward us. Bad losers. Fucking terrible losers. Anyways, this gives us this fight. There you go. Look at me. Less than 10 speed, I counter with mouse. Even though I replaced the skill 3 though. Felt kinda bad to replace the skill 3. Anyways, yeah. Jia Bao Yu is Hong Lu's name. I wonder how he came up with a Hong Lu name then. By the way, rhetorical questions, not actual questions. So like I'm sure there's gonna be some sort of reveal. And if there isn't at the end of Canto 9, in Canto 8, then you can tell me. But yeah, okay, so we're getting this intervallo gets to be the gets to be the Lord Hong Lu intervallo. I wonder what we're gonna learn this intervallo that will serve to be used for next intervallo. You know, it still doesn't feel like I'm even using the whole Blood Fiend setup. Like, now I have actually no, it's just like Prager. I never see Prager getting used. I don't know why, but like he has such a low clash power. I guess it's because his offense level is low because he's a defensive unit. His defense level is high. Or something, I'm not sure. This really isn't a great start, fellas. Huh. It's never easy, is it? It's never easy, is it? Hey, at least we got a nice warm-up. It wasn't all bad. I don't know. This is more serious than our usual street brawls. Ishmael's right. They weren't your everyday thugs who pick fights with random people for no good reason. They were contracted by someone to specifically target and eliminate Hong Lu. And given how open they were about their intent, calling it a contract, it doesn't seem like whoever gave the contract was exactly going for subtlety. It's probably like Hong Lu's family or something, I don't know. Then, maybe this is what Jia Shichun was talking about way back when she mentioned surviving as heirs. Whoever's behind this must have a bone to pick with Hong Lu. Indeed. It seems that we must expect more skirmishes like this going forward. Alas, was this trial not readily overcome? Not the point. Think on it a little more. Seems like they're assuming that Hong Lu's brought something here in order to participate in the family IROC evaluation. And there's no reason to assume that we've seen the last of him. They're going to try again to take out the competition. Hello, Iris! A highly accurate assessment of the situation. As the executive manager, I expect no less from someone of your genius. The Glazer is back at it again. Oh right, I was supposed to fucking... You know, Otis is so... Oh fuck, I skipped the line. Otis is so good at glazing. She's so good at complimenting. It's a talent of hers, yes. I'm supposed to compliment Otis every time she enters on screen, and every time I do, I get artworks. I've made a contract with the devil, okay, forcing me to do something that is uncharacteristically me, but it is worth it. Anyways, I missed the Rajana. Going for the classics of brown nosing today, Otis. Since when was it brown nosing to compliment a job well done? Do you not expect? This inane conversation is most riveting, but I would prefer some silence while we wait. It seems that the company foresaw such difficulties. They sent your support team to help handle this issue. We heard voices coming from behind us, from where Vigilis pointed. Ma, you guys still haven't learned how to stick to the plan, have you? No, it's Effie or Sod, I forgot her name. Oh, it really threw me off when I was told to meet you in some backstreet location, away from our agreed rendezvous point. A familiar voice, a voice we could not forget. Sod, been a while, everyone. Hi, I'm here too. We turned around to follow where the voice was coming from and recognized the two people we've been hoping to see again. Dude, I completely forgot about Pilot from Canto 5.
또 한 줄
Oh my
길을
god.
남겼군. 핏물진 길일
Where
뿐이지만
it's Lord Lu's world and we're
세월이
just living in it.
지나면 홍호는 그제야 알게 되겠지.
Anyways, wait, how many stages is this? Oh, I'm yawning. How many stages, how many nodes does this intervalo have? Sword. And hey, Pilot, right? That's wrong. It's like you're all looking at a ghost, Pilot. Didn't you tell me that you shared my news with them the last time? I did. I sure did, ma'am. Oh, yeah, he did. The synergy recovered from the initial shock of seeing them again. And soon, their faces began to bloom with relieved smiles. Well, good to see that things haven't changed much around here. Hello, Meadow. Sod, we're so glad to see you okay. TikTok to you too. Good to see your gears are turning just fine. Sod smiled with a familiar grin. She did not seem to have changed much since the last time we met, save for a few minor differences. Her outfit and her badge, for example. You get a promotion after having almost died, after having had a near-death experience. Last I recall, you were promoted, yes? Allow me to congratulate you. Oh, dude, I started hiccuping. I just got the hiccups. Fuck. And I'm yawning. I'm yawning and I'm hiccuping at the same time. Okay, this is annoying. Yeah. Or the hints of melancholy hanging from her smile and flickering in her eyes. Hey. I'm merely congratulating her on her promotion and offering a recognition of her excellent accomplishments. I don't see what's your problem here. What your problem is here? Dude, I'm still hiccuping. Hello's Red Rabies. Rabies. Or Rome Builder. Okay. But we all know the meaning of that promotion carries. Indeed, and it is very profound. After all, what meaningful is their promotion attained without spilling his own blood? You're a real piece of work. Let me ask you something, then. If everyone behaves like you do around her, tiptoeing around the facts, keeping it hush-hush about what happened, where she's going to get the bare minimum of the recognition consolation she deserves. Hush hush would have been nice. I've even overheard some of them whispers that I let my partner die just so I can snag a promotion. So, in that regard, I appreciate that, Otis. If we're being technical, I did die, except my brain was intact. Not even K-Corp's regenerative ampules could have revived me if it wasn't. Then, did Effie also? Apparently they were right for Effie's head when they stabbed him with a prosthetic. According to the coroner's autopsy. K-Corp's ampules. Life insurance. Neither of them can revive someone with a damaged brain. Why do you think it's the brain that matters? Why not the heart? Why not make it so that the heart is the thing you gotta keep intact to survive? It is what it is. Anyways, let's not dwell on the depressing stuff. We're here for work. Let's get some work done. So let's talk about work, okay, Pilot? Yes, ma'am. Well, let's see here. Coincidentally, I happen to make some friends with a fellow who has ties to the Jia family, so I brought him over. Hey, is that everything? Yes, sir. Briefing over. Honestly, that was a great briefing. More of those. You're doing great, Pilot. Just as everyone was reeling in stunned silence at the least informative, least helpful briefing we've ever had the displeasure of sitting through. I mean, it wasn't. It couldn't be that much of a displeasure if it's that short, right? Ishmael was the first to catch herself. She looked up at Saad. Saad, can we rely on you for some elaboration here? The briefing was a good demonstration of the necessity of educating the 5 W's and 1 H principle. Looks like we have a lot to discuss once we get back, pilot. Did I do something wrong? Shh, pilot buddy, stop, just stop. You're digging yourself a deeper hole with every word. Gregor quickly leaned in to warn Pilot, but it was likely too late. A high, unnoticeable crease had already formed between Saad's brows. Prior to coming to this high-priority operation, it was necessary for us to find the individuals with connections to H-Corp. So we, as a preliminary observation unit, were put to the task, and we managed to establish a connection with an individual. I'm guessing you got Ryan Saw, right? Nope. I'm gonna shard him. Ooh, someone from my family? We already have a connection to the Jia family, don't we? No, we tried, but your family proved to be rather difficult nut to crack. However, as we were wasting our precious time with all of our leads, Pilot pursued an unconventional method to establish this connection. I did shard indexed on though, so I have indexed on. Now, I really didn't hold back on compliments then, and this is how you. Dude, the hiccup is killing me. It's so annoying. A collaborator is a former employee of the Jia family. After leaving the family, he now runs a lodging business. And it is likely that he is far removed from the family politics. Less motivation for him to attack us due to conflicting interests. Yes, and according to Pilot's reports, he still regards the Jia family positively. What? How can I not, considering the blessings they have given me? An unfamiliar voice sputtered into the conversation, as though to continue Saad's explanations. Oh, he's a younger guy. I humbly present myself to before the Fellowship of Young Master Bao Yu. Please, call me Ching Tao. He greeted us in a most polite fashion before bringing his hands together in an odd motion. Oh, is this how people greet each other here? Yep, it's called a Bao Chen gesture, bringing fist and palm together to express respect and peace toward the receiver. Aha, nice to greet one another, shaking their hands for the self-same purpose. Forsooth, thou art indeed one possessed of a chivalrous spirit. Ah, indeed. How much there worry about the qualities of people young master has surrounded himself with, but I see that he is in company of those wise in the ways of the West. I prostrate myself before the vast breadth of your knowledge. What grand generosity it is to open ajar the waterways of wisdom to quench my barren lands. It sounds like he's being ironic. I don't know. Yeah, something feels familiar about this. She's been getting less and less verbose with bootlicking these days. Not like this guy, for sure. That's true. He's kinda like, how should I put this? A bit much. What are you guys talking about? Communicating only by the sound of ticket clock. This is something I'd already known ahead of time, yet what a most curious exchange to behold in person. Brief this journey may be, yet I shall find myself thoroughly entertained in its entirety. Maybe it's the subtle sprinkle of disrespect that reminds you of the usual flavor. Wait, is this about me? You dare? Was all that bootlegging shit it's supposed to be a source of pride of? Was all that bootlicking she did supposed to be a source of pride for her or something? Even Dante's like knowledgeable, like isn't oblivious to the bootlicking. Oda shook her head with a clear distaste and strode toward me. We are nothing like, executive manager. Never have I once said such empty flattery in your presence, filled with nothing but hot air and superlatives. I leave the guidance of these back streets to him. Well, it looks like this is where. Sod fell silent, her eyes lingering on Virgilius, who stood somewhere apart from the rest of us. So I finally get to meet the Red Gaze in the flesh. I've been looking forward to this day for a long time. Effie would have loved to be here. But manager? Virgilius seemed to sense her lingering gaze and walked toward us after nodding slightly in her direction. Manager Sod, let's not take this any longer than it has to be. I'm not happy to be helping you with your business. With your businesses, I'd much rather put this behind me as soon as possible. Oh please, it's our historic first collaborative operation, isn't it? Can't you spare a little more time with us? The guy buds actually doing something? That guy? Yes, unfortunately, LCC has our own business to take care of today, so I won't be accompanying the LCB this time. And the Red Gaze will be helping us out to get it done. Taking Mephi there. Rum rum. Dude, okay, the hiccup. Let me go get some water. It tends to help. I need to drown myself. That tends to stop. Dying tends to stop hiccups. You say there's no cure to hiccups, but if you just die, it stops. Hopefully it's better now. Nope, I just hiccup. It's less intense though, so that's nice. Anyways, back to the story. Maybe it's not that unfortunate. Now that I think about it, I feel like every mission with the LCB's always been an uphill battle to get anything done. Well, you see, back then we were just messing with you. I'm sure we'll have another chance to work together again. Boss, we don't got much time. Wait, before you go, I think you owe us some explanation, Virgilius. I will leave the details to Miss Faust. I'm quite busy. Very well. Virgilius turned around and left toward Mephistopheles with an oddly disgruntled expression. Well then, I'll see you around. Next time, I'll show you all. I'll show you that I can carry my own weight. You know? Oh boy. The last time we met I really was so darn pathetic. Pilot, competence is shown through actions, not words. I like Sod. Sod and Pilot gave us a light nod before following Virgilius. Some sinners opened their mouths to speak, hesitated, then closed them again. We let them go without a word. Perhaps we didn't know what we could say to not make this an awkward farewell. Very well. Please, this way. Or maybe we were simply mindful of this guy who was responsible for the quality of our state. Anyways, hiccup is still there. This is not nice. I'm having all the like bad. I'm feeling so bad today. I'm having all the like bad moments in my like bodily dysfunctions. No, dysfunctions is the incorrect word.
다음 배송지는
Either way, this is not nice. Deep resentment ought to be washed away. For when the far one comes, betwixt the burnt door shall A star follows stray. Dude, that was like a siren singing. That was beautiful. Art. Are you sure that we're going the right way? I don't like the sound of these weird songs. The main streets are most likely teeming with those seeking to bring harm to the young master. We must venture an alternative path. And like you said, there weren't any skirmishes once we made it deeper into the dark alleyways. The lack of foot traffic would normally be pretty unsettling, but I guess that's what we needed at this moment. As for the song, it's a song that's become rather popular in the backstreets in the recent months. The lyrics are pretty ominous for a popular song. It is a song that spread through word of mouth. It sings of how the annihilated Kong family. This is not the place to discuss such matters. I'll share the tale in a more appropriate setting later, should we come across it. Hello, bamboo-hatted Kim. I'll fucking wind raider your ass. Didn't know there was a song like that. Is this the first time you've heard of it too, Honglu? He's a posh shit from a posh family. I doubt he's ever set his precious feet in the back streets, so it's no wonder he's never heard anything like it. I have been to the back streets before, but Heathcliff isn't wrong. I did spend most of my time in my room. That is precisely because you were the most treasured one of them all, young master. Much like how the jade of the greatest worth is to be cherished, prized and hidden in the deepest depths of one's coffers, where none shall reach. Sounds backhanded. Otis is starting to recognize herself in it. I'm like him? Oh, character growth! Character growth! To a lesser degree, particularly as of late. So that guy used to work for the Jia family, huh? It's like in the employment contract, it's like, you gotta glaze all family members constantly. Do you know him, Honglu? Young master, is there something on my face? Honglu stopped himself as though a thought flashed in his head and glanced quietly in my direction. Then, it's nothing. Shall we continue walking down this road? Indeed, humble as I may be, I am very well versed in the roads of this area. Honglu shook his head at me as he casually changed the subject. It was as though he was trying to hide something we know from Qingtao. Should we be suspicious of something? He is a collaborator, but only a temporary one. A degree of caution would be advisable. Given pilots clear inexperience and naivete. Naivete. I don't know how to pronounce it. We would do well to remain suspicious of this character. Faust and Otis approached me as Honglu was nodding along and chatting amicably with our guide. Well, looking back at our journey so far, I think we learned a lesson about blindly trusting every collaborator we came across. With this growing mistrust in mind, I slowly made my distance from the guide before asking Faust the burning question. So what was that about back there with Virgilius? Something about him going off to help them out. The consequences of his actions at Wuthering Heights. Oh. His actions were a violation of one of the more important items in his contract with the company. He's simply taking responsibility for the breach of contract. I think back to the incident at the manor. It feels like such a long time ago now. Well, that's kind of a bummer. You really helped us out of a pickle. What? That's what they're dragging him away for? Is there a problem, honored guests? It's nothing at all. No problemo, right, Roshu? It's you, idiot. Mersal, can you carry Heath for a little bit? He's dead tired. It will be done. Heathcliff, punched in the gut by the hilt of Roshi's sword, fell forward right onto Mersal's welcoming shoulder. Shut up, idiot! No, don't shut up, okay? And he's my idiot. Raja? You know the kind of person I hate the most? The kind of dull person who can't read the room. Yeah, me too. I hate those type of people as well. Someone like me who reads all the rooms at the flick of a finger, it's, you know, to me, I'd also hate someone like that. She is mentioning you right now. She is not. I'm literally the opposite. I'm the type of person she hates the least. You supported Heath? I'm standing up for what's right, okay? Okay, I know Raj is all about justice. Don't you feel the same way, Dante? Yep. See? I agree with her. I nodded enthusiastically, as something seemed to imply that she wasn't really asking me a question. What if Dante said, no, that's Dawn? I guess it is Dawn, but like, okay, whatever. I don't think she was about to push my lights out, but Rodion and Roshi judged correctly this time. Classified company information must not be discussed in the presence of an outsider. It reminds me of the time he got knocked out cold for a while because he kept asking questions without raising his hands. This guy just doesn't learn, huh? He successfully preserved the secrecy of classified information without spilling blood. I applaud this policy. I did good, didn't I? I'm just not a fan of how they're treating Heathcliff like dirt now. Me neither, okay? I'm just very deeply into the role of Dante. If it's no problemo, as you say, then that is well indeed. Yet I worry that it appears that the problem has found us anyway. I stopped and looked around, realizing that we were surrounded by a group of people wielding various weapons in their hands. What happened to finding us a safer path? It is likely that my guidance has indeed given us a much safer path away from the more obvious skirmishes. However, to my great regret, it appears that the more observant of our enemies have tracked us here. Damn it, then what are you even here for? Isn't it your job to prevent this exact scenario? Wait, they don't remember Kathy? I need to redo Canto 6. I don't remember what happened. Bro, I'm sorry. I just thought she was killed. I didn't know her existence got wiped. Wait, does Heathcliff also not remember Kathy? What? I'll have to read the dungeon at some point. Huh. Let's leave the finger pointing for later. We're gonna have to take them all down. Only Heath and Dante do. Oh. No, I don't remember. I just thought she got concept incinerated. I do not remember this part at all. Holy shit. I just remember she died. They must not be allowed to disseminate our current location. Clear out Kathy, bro. Oh, that was me. The thing I did. That was like the loading, like the login screen. The login screen. Was that it? Was that the concept incinerator? I didn't realize that. I didn't realize it was the concept incinerator. I think they probably mentioned that, but I probably wasn't paying attention or something. No, I was paying attention during that part of the story. I just thought you meant like kill. I guess. I don't know. But oh, so it represents like deleting all Kathy from the game file. So like the concept of her existing in the game, in the universe to begin with, never existed. I see. Exactly. Where are you sinking off to, Mr. Qingtao? I must regrettably and humbly say that my talents in war are terribly lacking, so I intend to become scarce for a moment. Yet I have the utmost faith in the strength of our young master and the honored guests in overcoming this adversity, so... Qingtao is already standing so far away from the front lines that he was practically hiding behind me. Faust, anything you can tell us about these enemies? No, but a consultation with the Gesell shaft seems unnecessary if we are to determine whether negotiating with them is an option. They're coming. Assault, wake Heathcliff up and set him down. It will be done. Yeah. Wait, I just saw Dante was there. Dante was in that image in the loading screen.
불가 위야 막아내지 못하리. 헛! 틈을 끊어.
따스한
Music? Banger? Yeah.
피를
Dude, my hiccups are so annoying, especially for non-voiced intervallo. Why am I getting hiccups during the fucking intervallo where I need to voice it?
저 해충들을
Where I need to speak a lot.
틈을 끊어.
묘야.
It's like I forgot.
키울 수도 없겠구나.
I know it's not banjo. It's because banjo is Mexican. It's like the Chinese, like with it's like a cello. It's that thing. Drink water? I did. But like, yeah.
가족을 위해.
No, is it that one? Erhu? Or is it? What's the other one?
꿰뚫려라. 슛!
Hu Chen? No, Hu Chen. I think.
따스한
I don't remember. Anyways, I think it's that thing in the background. No, it's both. I think.
또한 용서할 테니.
The plucking sound is the Guchin and the Erhu is the string part.
피날래.
They are so dope. As instruments, they are so dope.
행진했고 이것이 서곡의
Anyways,
피날래다.
while this goes on, I'm gonna drink some more water.
가족이 되게
이번에 네 피부에 꿰뚫리고 꿰뚫려라. 슛! 너희의 무기로 이 혈투를 승리로 이끌겠다.
Nope, my hiccup's still there. This is like top 8 music Canton Logi Mog's BGM. Really? I mean, yeah, the recent last banger, last intervallo also had insane bangers. And this one is also quite banger. Studio AIM started putting fucking bangers. Is that the music studio that makes this?
하사한다.
That's cool. I'm EIM. I'm assuming it's not AIM, it's I'm.
폭죽 소리가 들리는 것 같군.
고귀하게.
But yeah, that's cool. I wonder what the creative process behind making OSTs like this for games is.
고작 이 정도 탕류에 허덕이다.
EIM.
넌
Okay.
푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나.
I'm for short. Hostiles in the immediate vicinity have been eliminated. Our collaborator, who had been hiding far back from the battle, quickly ran up to our side as soon as the fight ended. Don't rough me, okay? You're not Raja. You're not her, okay? Are you unhurt, young master? Yep, I'm totally fine. Of course, our honored guests' martial skills were all exceptionally brilliant, but, young master, your light was the brightest even among the incandescent. Even among the incandescent. This humble servant could not hold back his tears at this wondrous sight. To witness such excellent martial arts from none other than the young master himself. What an unexpected surprise. Why is his eyes like that? But don't the children of the Jia family undergo all kinds of strict training regimens from their childhood? It was simply my assumption that the young master had ceased his training once he departed the family. Anyways, how do you think they tracked us down anyway? About that, it appears that we weren't exactly tracked down. Perhaps it may be that the ilk who lurk in these parts of Backstreet recognized the young master's venerable countenance. I don't think my face is that well known. He's famous? The family hierarchy evaluations are nigh. Every soul living in Han Yuan must know the face of the young master. Young master was loved by every elder of the family. It must be that they are under the assumption that you are carrying something of great value. Family hierarchy, huh? Didn't Shichun say something about heirs back then? They all seem wrong then. I didn't bring anything precious that the elders might be looking for. Young master, even now? I just couldn't care less about it, that's all. Besides, many of my siblings are much better fit to be the family hierarch than I am. That's... Well, that is indeed a relief. A relief, is it? Well, but of course, it is highly dangerous endeavor to partake in the hierarchy evaluations, so it is of great relief to know that the young master is not putting himself in unnecessary danger. I guess that could be a relief, sort of. Phew. Now that we took them all down, there shouldn't be any more in the way. No, not British. Now that we took them all down, there shouldn't be any more in the way, right? I almost gave him the wrong one. Greg, can we not jinx ourselves for 1 second? Hey. Why are you laughing, Roshu? Now I'm worried. Please, do not concern yourselves any further. We will take a more clandestine path. I guarantee a safe, easy passage to our destination. I still have a hard time buying that. The lay of this place would constitute the perfect place to set up an ambush in most places. Yet you claim this to be the safer path. Yet I must ask you to place your faith in this humble servant, for Han Yuan is not like most places. Fine for now. Oda shut her eyes for a moment, out of her torts, then turned to look at Ishmael. Hey, Ishmael, you must have a pamphlet of this place handy, don't you? No way. You're actually going to read it? Why else would I ask? No, I mean, how could I not be caught off guard after almost a whole year of getting brushed off by everyone every time I plead with them to read the damn pamphlets? Like hell, did no one think to... I'll find my own intel if you're going to ramble on and on with your grievances. Oh, okay, fine. Here it is. Otis opened the pamphlet and began intently glaring at its text, as though she didn't want to miss even the smallest detail of information in there. Suspicion cleared on her knitted brows. Oh? What was she looking for?
또 한 줄 길을 남겼군. 핏물진 길일 뿐이지만
Okay, I've done a third. Okay, so there should be...
홍호는 그제야 알게 되겠지.
I'm assuming there's gonna be 14 nodes in this canto as well. In this intervallo as well. Oh yeah, right. I want to try the new Yi Sang. Of course, a lot of people have it. I want to try the new Yi Sang. The Sang Yi. Goddamn, he looks good though.
나를 불렀나? 피를 머금을 시간이네.
But yeah, the Yi Sang looks so good. It's insane. We were on a desperate run. All the while fighting off horse upon horse of enemies. Okay, for new Yi Sang, don't give me the kit breakdown. I'm not gonna read it all. I'm probably gonna read it all. No, I'm not gonna read it all. It's more of a, I just want to see the animations. Oi, what happened to safe and easy passage? Explain this shite. You need to match a flower with a flower and enemy. There's flowers? It appears that the young master's radiant countenance was made known. I thought we were fighting a more clandestine passage? How come we're getting jumped by even more enemies? As I have said, the young master's radiant. At least try to give a little variation to your excuses. I cannot so easily say that he's being untruthful, given the disjointed allegiances of the enemies attacking us. Otis played with a pamphlet in her hand, clearly frustrated but unable to establish anything concrete. I cannot speak. For people without a clear allegiance to attack a member of the Jia family. Looks like everyone in the backstreets have been getting pretty plucky while I was away. Back then, I couldn't even catch a glimpse of the faces. They'd all be on their hands and knees whenever we walked past. Ah, what a wonderful change. Oh, shove that wonderful change up your ass, you bloody loon. How much longer till we get there? My Khajan is near. Calm your worries. Our guide seems oddly calmer now than he did at the beginning of this journey. Did he really get numb to all the violence that fast? Or... Speaking of which, what's a Khajan? It is a common term used to refer to taverns, inns, or equivalent places of lodging in this region. Lodging, huh? Like a hotel? It's gotta be a pretty fancy now, huh? Do they serve like complimentary snacks and drinks like the Warp Train? Wait, Warp Train didn't serve complimentary snacks? Not sure about that, but it seems like Khajans also serve alcohol and food alongside their lodging services. Maybe we can get a meal in there. And hopefully we won't be attacked there like this. Residential non-aggression taboo. Any mutual acts of violence inside the residential building is, within this particular area and floor of Hanyan, a taboo. A taboo. We may rest easy within them. I saw Faust's eyebrows slightly twitch, as though she had just heard the most ridiculous thing. But I guess I'll ask her about it later. You men. If it's for some kind of family hierarchy or family ed selection contest, why couldn't they save all this fighting until then? Because the fight's already started. Because it would be too late. Late how? Every hierarchy candidate must have brought incredibly precious treasures with them. It would be nice if they believed that their own treasure is the most precious of them all, but everyone's going to try to take each other's just to be sure. I see, just in case someone else brought something even better than their own. And might as well kill them too, for the sake of convenience. Is that how the folks in your family think? What kind of line of thinking is that? But other families don't seem too different from mine. Damn. Deepest apologies for intruding upon this most enthralling conversation. However, we may be inviting even further trouble by dallying here. With that, the guide pulled out her watch to check the time. I hope I'm not jinxing myself. I think my hiccup's gone. It will be nighttime soon. And you're gonna get jumped again. Whoa! Okay, so flower, blue flower. Oh, you don't get to choose. You don't get to choose.
고귀하게.
Oh, that's the skill 3.
그 슬픈 눈빛 법조구려.
Decent. I gotta pay more attention. I was paying more attention to the damage and the animations. I gotta pay more attention to the animations after this. But yeah. Wait, let me see his strength after this. You still need to use the flower even though it doesn't give you the option? Need to use it? Really? I get how. Okay, the sprite itself doesn't look as cool because it doesn't have the same like headband.
아직
Oh, it's a mask. I thought it was a headband, like a sweatband or something. I forgot what it's called. But it's a mask. It's just that you only see one half of it.
그대는 어디까지 각오했어?
Same with the Dawn you shot it. Dawn also has
꿰뚫려라.
a headband. That's cool.
꿰뚫리고.
When is Roshu coming out? When is Roshu's ID coming out? Roshu bad end or Roshu good end or something?
소고기
Actually, it would probably be better if I just stay away.
왕
Actually, yeah, no. Tell me when she comes out so that I can avoid her, so that I don't spoil myself like I did with like probably in a month. Okay. I mean, honestly, I might even catch up by then. I might even catch up by then. Cause like next week I'm finishing all of Canto 8. I'm marathoning Canto 8, and then it's like 2 more intervalos, and then it's Canto 9, right?
잠깐 소리 냈기.
And like if I do next week is marathon, and then I take a week break from Limbus. Only 1 intervalo. Oh, back to 1 intervalo. I mean that's good for me.
스며드는
That means I could take a week break after the Canto 8 marathon, and then I could go intervalo 8 and then Canto 9.
무아몽중.
What the fuck was that? Clear.
만드는 것만큼
Oh, that's Yi Sang.
내가 어버이보다 뛰어났지. 떨거지는 잘라낸다.
Due to AK collab. Oh, is that why? Maybe they should go back to double. I don't know. I feel like double. I feel like single intervallo would be nice. Although double intervallo, there have been some banger intervallos.
따스한 피 스며드는군.
실밥이 터졌나?
So I don't know.
예쁘네.
Maybe I actually
내
want
피분수.
intervallos.
예쁘네. 내
But like it's
피분수.
less for me to voice.
떨거지는 잘라낸다. 꿰뚫려라.
Anyways, I didn't get to use the. I don't know, and I'm not gonna read the kit to understand how I get the 9 coin skill. But yeah, like if there's a 9 coin skill, then there's like a pretty big chance of you flipping at least 1 tails while you do the things, right? Do you want to see it in action? It's fine. I'll get plenty of opportunities today. I think. I'm pretty sure. Now here we are. I flip all heads most of the time. I mean, yeah, most of the time. But like that, you flip heads most of the time with like everything. But like there's a higher percent chance of you missing the tails, missing the heads, the more times you flip it in one attack. You know, if that makes sense. Maybe not. Maybe not, and that's fine. But yeah. Is this the place? After running through alleyway after alleyway, after turning corner after corner, we finally came across the site of several small buildings tightly built next to one another. At the center of them was a building lit with red lamps, adorned with a doorplate with complicated looking letters scribbled over it. This is shoddier than I expected. Hey, isn't this place a bit too trashy to house your precious young master? That is not our building. Please, look this way for where our honored guest will be staying for the night, and it's even worse. I knew it. I heard so much from Hangli about all the splendor, Huh? We followed Qingtao's finger and arrived at a small warehouse of sorts, its exterior painted in black. That looks smaller than even Mephistopheles. Can we all even fit in there? Hey, that place looks trashy as heck, even for us. Let alone your young master. This is the nearest Kajang we could afford to stay in, at least among the ones that I manage. Yet its location in back streets heavily limits the level of decency it can afford. The nearest Kajang we could afford to stay in. Due to security or due to money concerns? Maybe Honglu is actually poor. My deepest and sincerest apologies, young master. Don't worry, we can't always sleep in decent places. It looks just fine for an overnight stay to me. He's such an angel. Are you nuts? Can that thing even fit all of us in there? Much did I wish to guide the honored guest to the family mansion in the central zone. However, the time. The sweeping wave. Doesn't that start at 3:13 in the morning? I feel like we got plenty of time to get there. What is a sweeping wave? Exactly. Don't we have more than enough time to get to the family mansion? According to the H-Corp travel guide, the central area is only like an hour away from here. Has the honored guest traveled to District 8 before? Also, this is inside the big, huge building, is it? I'm assuming so. It looks way more spacious inside than from the outside, looking in. Well, no, this is my first time here, but... Then one must ask how the honored guest could claim to have the full understanding of a place merely by flipping through a book, when she hasn't had to contend with it in person. Innumerable, unpredictable changes await in this teeming jungle of buildings. The ever-shifting structures, the constantly changing paths, ambushes from foolish yet vicious syndicates, or even offices of the backstreets. Oh, we are beset by dangers from all sides. H-Corp is ever-changing? Okay. Still don't really get what they do. Such bold, flippant approach to predicting the phenomena of this place is to court death. Even a toddler must know that. I know this from all the martial arts and slop manhwas that I've read. One fails to distinguish its utter sorrow at the inadequacy of her wisdom. Is it just me, or are we all looking back to Ishmael are we all thinking back to Ishmael back at the Great Lake? It's a bit, Dante. But if the guidebook lists a path, does it not imply that it is technically possible to reach there in time? Otis suddenly took a step forward. She's stepping up for the let's go, Otis, stepping up for the guide pamphlet. Yeah. Have you seen Maze Runner? How the wall shifted? I have not seen Maze Runner, but I can figure out what you mean. Otis suddenly took a step forward. In her hand was the H-Corp travel pamphlet that Ishmael was talking about. I have faith that if our executive manager would lead us in your directionally challenged stead, they would be able to lead us to our destination before nightfall. It's the battle of the Glazers. Holy shit! This is one you can click the snooze button on. You can skip this fight. Me? This does not appear to have been discussed aforehand. Very well, allow me to speak freely, without frills. My responsibility is to bring the honored guest to the central zone, and to ensure the young master's safety. It is indeed technically possible to reach the family mansion before the night in the back streets commences, technically. Yet, not even one iota of danger to the young master shall be permitted. The mission that has been so graciously bestowed upon this humble servant is not to guide the young master with haste, but to guide him with the utmost safety. Oh. It is said that those engaging in strategies and plans must remain wary of losing sight of the purpose, to stubbornly forge on toward the family mansion in lieu of necessary intel to see when these mobs of assailants would end, is the wrongly prioritized journey of the destination, and instead we shall stay for a longer time in the claws of danger, in the jaws of danger. You. Wonderful, truly impressive. You have all the qualities of someone I would trust with my life when devising a stratagem. This is the most fitting attitude for those who genuinely wish the best for those they serve. Really? You're just gonna start going along with him all of a sudden? I've misunderstood your intentions, truly. This sparked my ire by comparing some of your choice words with my very own. And now, my eyes have been opened to the honest loyalty that lies within your heart. This humble servant did not imagine even in his wildest dreams that there would be someone who understands the fathoms of his loyalty. It seems the young master has certainly gained an eye for allies and fellowships. This is a cause for much relief in my heart. Ha ha ha, listen to him. This one knows how to jest. They are basically best buds now, huh? I may have lost my cool for a moment there. Anyway, this man speaks true. It is highly likely that we would be exposed to attacks of similar nature were we to continue moving at this time. She's just fully on his side now, isn't she? That's when I realized that she was looking in my direction. The exaggerated smile had all but completely faded from her face, replaced with an odd but dead serious expression. When our gazes locked, she nodded. She must be completely turned around by that guy. Is this her way of saying so long? I'm gonna quit and go work with this guy now. Thanks for everything. Bro, no! Dante got NTR'd! He got cucked. And as for this hotel, it's still much better. He never realized how good he had it with Otis, and now he's losing his glazer. Oh my god, he took the glazing for granted. Oh no, and now he's sitting in the chair. No, because clearly that's what's going on, and not the fact that Otis actually has some sort of plan. Although I'm not sure if Otis actually has a plan. I don't know if that's the sort of person she is. Or like usually when she has a plan, it tends to get shot down. And as for this hotel, it is still much better than sleeping in outdoor tent barracks. We should be able to relieve ourselves of some fatigue here before moving on. Did you not earlier insist on continuing our search for a better accommodation with the greatest vehemence, Miss Otis? Yeah, whatever. We get your point. Let's go inside. Phew, my humble self can only behold your generous acceptance of its insufficient lodging with the deepest gratitude. After all that serious talk, the man seemed oddly relieved to hear our decision as he brought his fist and palm together. Architecture of today mustn't be judged with such haste merely by an observation of their exterior. The interior may hold aught to be surprised of. Worry not. With Rodions surrendered, wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? We made our way back into the building. Oh, this actually ain't so bad. It's clean in here. This place presents a rather classical aesthetic. The landscape paintings lining the walls give off a rather sophisticated mood. And it's much more spacious inside than it looks from the outside. Did they use some kind of space expansion technology in here too? No. It seems that the building only appeared small due to the density of structures and proximity. I'm calling it. We're not making it to like the... Okay, so the family hierarchy evaluations is going to be Kanto 8. This is like... Kanto... This interval is going to be like purely Backstreets focused. We're not going to make it. Well, the door is now open. Should my presence be required, I shall be in the small shed next to this building. Please, do converse freely. The man smiled awkwardly and quietly excused himself as the excitement among the sinners began to grow. Meanwhile, also the wallpapers are very pretty, I gotta say. Meanwhile, Hong Lu stood a fair distance from the guy, quietly watching his face as he left. His expression was enigmatic, as if he were gazing upon the clouds, the flowers, or even the wind. Yet there was no light in those eyes. It was as if they beheld a storm cloud, a desolate field of wilted flowers, and a howling, destructive gale. You suspect something, Hong Lu? So I decided to ask. Not yet, I don't think. Huh? Not yet? So, big brother, something felt off to you too, huh? Oh, Citron! That's when we caught a familiar voice. Wow, Shichun, it's you, and so soon too. Yeah, I told you I had a feeling we'd be seeing each other again very soon. Have you been well, young master? I'm so glad to see that you're doing well, Mr. Wei. Oh, wait, don't tell me you're staying here too, Shichun. I normally wouldn't ever set foot in a place like this, but I ran into some kind of large-scale construction on my way back to the family mansion. I had to come in through the back streets. So we weren't the only ones troubled by that random construction site. Oh, hail to thee! Yeah. The confident look on Shichun's face was immediately replaced by that of alarm. Did she lose her memories again? Is she with you? Oh, Don Quixote is the same as always. But she looks like such an airhead. Young Shichun, well, wouldst thou accompany me to the lounge for the moment, so that we may share a moment of catching up? Oh yeah, actually, let's do that. Hold on. Shichun seemed to hesitate for a moment, staring at Don Quixote after hearing that her memories were intact, before walking right up to her. I like that idea, shall we? Wait, why don't you go and find a room for me to stay in while I talk some things out with her? Wait. Why are Donkey and Shichun close? I'm probably asking. Like, I know Shichun was there in Kanto 8, in Kanto 7, yes. She's experienced the events. But why is... do they share like a fixation or something? What? You wanted to do some catching up, right? Tis a Manager Esquire. Loss of critical personnel may be a cause for disciplinary action, Dante. I don't think there's anything wrong with making friends, though. But yeah, okay, they just want to be friends. Okay, that's cool. Looks like Shichun really likes Don Quixote if she's comfortable enough to tease her like that. It's not Don Quixote she likes. She obviously just wants Don Quixote's power she saw back then. My lady, this is hardly the appropriate place for. Fine, I'll try again later. Go get some sleep. I'm heading in too. Shichun sighed with a bit of disappointment before heading into the lobby. Wait, what did she do? I'm sorry. She walked right up to Donkey. Shichun sighed with a bit of disappointment before heading into the lobby. Well, let's all head inside now. So I and the rest of the sinners follow her into the lodging. Okay. Dude, wait! I just realized! I just remembered! Oh, it's based off of Kowloon! District 8 is based off of Kowloon. Do you know Kowloon? It's I don't know if I think it was part of Hong Kong. I just connected those dots. Oh yeah, of course. You say like no place in Kowloon is ever the same. Yeah, you never tread the same path twice in Kowloon. Yeah, overseas Shichun. That's what this is. With the like buildings, it's just like a futuristic version of Kowloon. That was cool. The dots just clicked. I wonder if the novel also brings up Kowloon. Probably not, like the book. This is just a cool setting, I guess. Because, I don't know. Everyone was busy looking around and commenting on various things in our lodging. But Sinclair appeared to be the most anxious of them all. Sinclair. Something in here stands out. Like, imagine an ideal picture. Did you call? Oh, I missed that joke Yi sang. That's not what I was... I'm not... anyway, am I the only one who feels like something stands out like a sore thumb from the whole picture? Ooh, yeah, glad you brought it up. I didn't say anything because I thought it was just me. Raja. So what's so off about this place? Isn't it obvious? Where'd all the complimentary snacks go? What's that weird mystery table at the center of this room? Huh? Oh, it was too different. Okay. So it's like, where'd all the complimentary snacks go? What's with that weird mystery table at the center of this room? Huh? That is kind of weird though. What's that table doing there? Its saturated colors are quite the pleasant sight to behold. So, is it any better what the hell is that hideous table? The kerfuffle sparkled by the particularly unsightly piece of indoor furniture calmed somewhat once everyone made it inside the building. Of course, no one was able to discern the real purpose of that table yet. Every step on the floor leaves black residue on the shoes. Not only the floor, touching the walls leaves an unidentified black substance on one's finger. Not to mention how the walls ripple in an odd fashion. What could possibly be the construction of this structure? Well, my guess is that the maintenance stuff's been slacking. Maybe, but why is everything so neatly organized if that's the case? I've been to enough seedy establishments to tell when a place has gone a while without a tidy up. At least it appears that each room is furnished with a bed. While this is far from optimal, Executive Manager, we may be able to rest here. I guess they really didn't have time to clean up. Josh Chun, the last person to walk in after having taken her time to examine the area outside the lobby, stared blankly around the room with an aghast expression. I'm not even sure what to say to this ridiculous negligence. Then found her room after leaving a scathing remark. It ain't the first time we're sauntering right into some shady business, innit? Let's just cross that bridge when we come to it, yeah? I guess even anyone could tell that there was something definitely wrong about that guy. Some sinners, including Heathcliff, had already slumped to the floor, vociferously expressing their desire to rest with a collective sigh of exhaustion. Well, it is pretty weird, but at least we have a roof over our heads. In that case, Dante, perhaps this may be a good time to announce today's close of business. Huh? I've never made this announcement outside the bus before. Oh, right. I hereby confirm today's close of business for the sinners. Understood. Thank you kindly. Starting now, you will all be given a maximum of 12 hours to partake in sleep and rest. The duration is subject to change. Have a good night. As soon as she finished, the sinners each began to relax in their own ways. Some stumbling into their rooms, while others lingered to speculate over the bizarre table at the center of the room. Dude, my voice acting has been worse this canto. Yeah, this Cinderella. Save for Otis, that is. Got something to say, Otis? Yes, Executive Manager. It's about our guide, Ching Tao. Oh, your new best friend from earlier. Seems like you guys were getting along pretty well. What? That's simply not true. That is simply untrue. Did you not see the signal I gave you earlier? What signal? Oh, you mean when you nodded slightly in my direction? Indeed, that individual has an informational advantage over us when it comes to this locale. Regardless of how sound the accusations we came up with were, he would have been able to explain them away using his familiarity with the region. I thought, as the party with an informational disadvantage, it would be wise to feign camaraderie and friendship with that individual and go along with their plans while trying to dig out as much intel as possible. I seriously thought that suspicious guy totally won you over. Executive Manager, I've been in this business for many years. How could you even imagine that I would be fooled by an amateur spy who so overtly It's nothing. Otis's disappointment was palpable, but she stopped herself as though she remembered that there were more important matters ahead. Also, wait. Okay, so if our guide, is a fucking traitor, why is Chichun here? Wouldn't Chichun be able to make it to the city center? Like, even Chichun chose to stay here. So, like, clearly there's some sort of reasoning behind it. Maybe it is worse to actually go right now. And so like this is the correct choice, but like he clearly also has a vested interest in them making the correct choice. While it is uncertain as to how long that individual will be accompanying us, it would be reasonable to speculate that he approached the LCCB with the explicit purpose of eliminating Hong Lu, Jia Baoyu. I present the fact that it was Pilot, that inexperienced greenhorn who somehow conveniently came across this connection, as another evidence supporting this suspicion. Hey, who knows? Maybe Pilot is a talent in the making. That's also true. Faust also has information to share. Shichun's a bit washed for now. Sucks. Faust joined the conversation after listening to us discuss for some time. A review of every known taboo has failed to identify one he called residential non-aggression taboo that universally prohibits acts of violence within residential areas. And that also has to be. It is too early to come to conclusions regarding that matter. It appears that this area, Hongyuan, has taboos that change depending on your location within its territory. However, considering every other circumstantial evidence, we can come to a conclusion that he was most likely lying to us. Your assessment cannot be denied. In that case, we must already be deep within the enemy's machinations. The constant stream of random assailants we faced earlier was also most likely also a part of their plan. It may very well be that this building itself is also a trap. Yet we lack the intelligence about this particular backstreets to be certain. However, we do have one minor advantage. It seems that they have severely underestimated our capabilities, given the low caliber of the assailants they decided to send after us. One thing we can capitalize on is that mutual lack of intel. Keep our guard up, remain alert, and we should be able to navigate our way out of this trap, Executive Manager. Okay, I'll get in now. I'm sorry about the misunderstanding. Honestly, I didn't know who or what to trust. Then I would appreciate it if you could trust me fully next time. Otis bowed politely and returned to her room. Faust and I chatted a little more about Qingtao and his plans, but our discussion ended without bearing much fruit. Okay. I'm assuming I'm like halfway there, right? I've done 6. And so now, after I finish this, it should be halfway there. And then... yeah. I realized that Hong Lu was missing as I was spending time chatting with the sinners. I didn't notice him going into his room, so I walked to the exit, about to look for Hong Lu outside, and ran into Jia Shichun and Wei, who decided to stay in the room close to the door. It's getting late. Where are you going alone without a guard? Oh, just looking for Hong Lu. Right. I can't understand what you're saying. Oh, right. I was about to say that, but like I just assumed, oh, you're gonna mention it in the thing. When it comes to conversing without the sinners, I find that there are 2 types of people. The first type usually says whatever is on their mind without pausing for or caring to hear my reply. One-sided conversation, or monologues. Given that this type of person isn't actually looking to communicate with me, that simplifies things a little on my end. However, it's also oddly insulting, as it seems as though they don't recognize me as a human, but rather a wall, or a clock on a wall. And the other type is the one that reads me so well that they might as well be able to hear what I'm saying. Virgilius falls into the latter category. He recognizes the pitch of my tics and talks, reads my body language, or sometimes even claims to see my expression, like how Don Quixote does. Which is crazy. That's what makes him a color man. That's why he's the GOAT. And Jia Shichun, who saw through me with that short exchange. Okay, let's see. Just looking to get some early morning air? Oh, Does your prosthetic head even have a respiratory function? What do I have guessed from the way it looks? Did not belong in either category. Okay, never mind. No, not really. I'm just looking for Hong Lu because I haven't seen him in a while. You're shaking your head, so no. Then are you looking for something to eat? She's a new one, the type that tries to figure out what I'm saying without asking for help. My lady, would it not be wise to wake or find someone who may be able to translate? They would have done that themselves if it were something important. I'm kinda curious though. What was that hand gesture you made when I first asked? You brought your index finger up to your cheeks? Index finger? Up to your cheeks? What? Well, Hong Lu's always smiling. So I thought maybe I could stimulate his smile to convey that I'm looking for him. Perhaps it was an effort to express cuteness or beauty. What? No, I was just trying to express a smiling face. Oh no, this isn't going to be easy, is it? Huh. They're TikToking a lot more vigorously. Hey, I think you're onto something. This conversation was starting to veer into completely unintended territory. We will have common sense. Alright man, why am I a talking burger? Because you like burgers. After a bit of trial and error. I see. You're looking for my big brother, huh? It took some very roundabout ways, but I was eventually able to get her to understand what I was trying to say. Well, it's basically like whenever someone who isn't the Sinners is communicating with Dante, you're doing like a 10 questions, 10 yes and no questions, 20 yes or no questions. Try and pinpoint what he's trying to say, what he wants. Well, if he's who you're looking for, that's easy. You should be able to find him by the lounge back there. I doubt he got very far from there, if he even left. So that's what you were trying to start to communicate? Josh was, strangely enough, disappointed and dispirited by my reply. I did have something to tell you too, but never mind. I feel like the mood's been ruined. Let's talk about this at another time. I was curious, but it would also take ages for me to ask how she's feeling, so I nodded to express my gratitude before heading to the back entrance. And found Hong Lu gazing at the hazy scene out the opaque window. What are you doing here? People watching. There were some people stumbling through the streets outside. As I stared outside the window at the scene, Hong Lu seemed to sense what I saw was what I was thinking and began. Are you worried for me, Dante? Well, yeah, it's your turn, Hong Lu. Yeah, it really is. I'm back at H-Corp, and everyone's talking about the family hierarchy selection. But you don't have to worry about me at all, because I did not wish for anything from the Mist Company. Really? I'm not like Yi-Sang. I'm not hiding my true feelings. No one gave me a wonderful promise like they would help me recover my torn and broken wings. I joined only to have some new experience, that's all. But we do know that something's definitely going to happen, whatever it might be. Something that will shake you to your very core. Even if you didn't wish for anything. Going through something like that could. Probably yes, but it's okay. I'm used to being led by the will of others anyway. No matter what happens here, I can't do this like everyone else. Because that's how it's always been. Whatever happens to me, or to those around me, I only... A loud, boisterous bellow suddenly cut Hong Lu off, even before he could finish his sentence. Oi, let go of me! Just listen to that sort talking and tell me I'm not supposed to get mad at that. Dang it, lower your voice. What are you guys doing back there? Gregor and Heathcliff, who were most likely hiding behind the entrance door, tumbled into view. I knew I shouldn't have come here with this guy. Couldn't you be patient for even a few minutes before busting out of here? How long have you two been listening? From the very start, cause I thought he was finally making some sense at first, but what's that? That you're used to following others' will? I didn't mean to irk you, Heathcliff. I'm only telling the truth. Bloody hell, I'm about to press a vessel with buggy bloke Am I supposed to practice patience after listening to that drivel? I think I'm practicing plenty of patience despite you calling me Buggy Bloke out of nowhere, so yeah, you are. That's not what I'm... Finally, some silence. Anyways, sorry about listening in, fellas. I'll let you in on some big secret if you let this one slide though. What's that? What's the secret? Gregor rubbed his arm awkwardly as I stared at him in silence, and pointed at a pillar in an exaggerated motion. This is Node 21. Guess who's hiding behind that pillar, manager bud? With that, two familiar figures stumbled out into the view from behind the pillar. How could you betray us like that, Gregor? Boo-ah-ha-ha. Bad, weak, and highly annoying. Good night, snooze fest, she says. Dude, no, my translation code is falling off. My Roshulator. My Roshulator is my goat of understanding Roshu is not working. Huh? Did I get that wrong? I never said genus. When did you get F you? Roshu looked at Sinclair with some interest before slicing open the ceiling above the entrance. And, with that uncharacteristically wet noise for something cutting through a wall, a black, ink-like substance dripped onto the floor, followed by Raja and Otis crashing down after it. GTFO. I didn't realize I had garnered such an audience for my story. Executive Manager, the sole reason I followed you out here was for the purpose of protection, as I was concerned for your safety. I am not like the others who have followed you merely to sate their curiosities. Me? I was just bored. Then, shall we continue the conversation, Dante? Oh my god, he doesn't care. Everyone, back to your rooms, now! Oh, Dante's being angry. Dante's actually being angry for once. Wow. But yeah, I think 21 is like halfway there, right? I'm like halfway done. Give me a moment, I need to go to the toilet. And then I'm gonna be back. Wrong. This one. Yeah, be right back. W break? Why is there so many W's? Anyways. Heisho Pack. Whoa! Heisho Pack mentioned. I recognize this. Time for. Are we fighting Heisho Pack? I don't know. But yeah, I've noticed. Wait, does Intervalos? I feel like Intervalos never have the like pure fight stages, right? Because like only Kantos have like pure fight stages. Anyways, I sent the clip. You mentioned that earlier as well. I'm not watching it right now. I'm gonna watch it. Oh, I don't get to use Yisang.
시선, 집중.
That sucks. I get pure bleed though. Dig the music. Why is it just me or does it look like Raja has like horns here or something?
라만 차렌드를 뒤엎는다.
But yeah. I'm assuming the clip is like the Yisang skill. After a little kerfuffle. Whoa, this is a nice room. I mean, it's very... I know, the ink things makes it... The wallpaper kind of makes it look a little bit dirty, but like it's a nice room. That looks like an oven or something. A microwave. Oh, that's a door. But like if you look at it like this, it kind of looks like a kitchen part. I don't know. Like this is the door here, and then this is like a kitchen place. I mean a kitchen. Just as everyone was scattering to their rooms, Otis suddenly began to vehemently oppose leaving me all on my own. Are you absolutely certain, executive manager? Holy shit! What is Otis? Is this Otis? Is Kanto 8 gonna be Otis's Intervalo or something? Kanto or something? Why is this like Otis's Intervalo? She's speaking way too much. And and glazing too little, man. Seriously, don't worry about it. I usually took the night watch on the bus anyway. That is true, however. We are currently in an uncharted territory for our team. We do not have much experience sleeping in a place where our safety isn't an absolute guarantee. Hey, we're literally right next door to them. It'll take less than 5 seconds for us to come over when something happens. Do you not know that every second matters in emergencies? Oh no, Babushka the camp. Let's get out of here. An oddly familiar sequence of events and words played out, and they eventually left my room, gently closing the door behind them. Finally, some peace and quiet. I sit on the corner of the bed, surrounded by silence, and allow my shoulders to slump for once. I don't need to sleep like the sinners do, but the fatigue doesn't go away on its own. I needed some time to relax and empty my thoughts every once in a while. While I've gotten somewhat used to the pain, it still hurts like hell when I rewind the sinner's time. I completely forget that's a thing. They haven't mentioned that in the ever since like Kanto 1. I forget, man. And the longer this journey got, the more frequent and severe the sinner's injuries became. They did get stronger, that's for sure, but so did our enemies, which means that my clock is always turning and turning without a moment to rest. So, I think of the star. Before the great gates, which are faced with every revival, I witness its intricate engravings and feel its silent vibrations. Even after a whole year, I am still no closer to understanding what they were supposed to represent, but by emptying my thoughts and just taking in the sights, I find myself calming down. Also, the wind is quite cool and crisp tonight. Wait, that's weird. Wind. What's this sudden chill? Something opened the window, but there's no way this gentle breeze could have unlatched and left my window wide open like that. And if it did, it would have made a pretty loud noise. Besides, this chill isn't coming from in front of me. I slowly turn around to look at where the window was supposed to be. only to see a melted wall and then intruders slinking through this newfound opening. Who are you? Who are you? As though driven by some unknown survival instinct, I rolled off the bed. But there was already a blade right at where my neck and head met. It's steel, a shearing cold. Just a little nudge, and I'd be dead even before I could even make a tick. I remembered how worried Otis was to leave me alone. I thought she was just being paranoid. I should have trusted her judgment. In Otis we trust. She is always correct. Just as I was getting ready for my final struggle, my final moments filled with regret about not listening to Otis' advice. What a pathetically thin blade. Too delicate to have the clocked CIH, don't you think? Oh, she leapt down from the ceiling and deflected the assailant's dagger away from me. Roshu! Snuck in thinking I was about to see something interesting, but you're just some beast with steel. You know that we trust? Yes, I expect 5 artworks for that. Knocked first. In exchange for that line. Because it was a genuine compliment. I looked up to see the ceiling torn open, dripping with vicious paint-like fluid, just as I saw earlier during my conversation with Honglu. Executive Manager, are you unharmed? And Otis peeking out from the gap. Aye, Otis was the one who instructed Roshu that the ceiling had a room to hide in. Remember that. Shut up and help me. Oh, I thought this was just some beast with steel. I could have cut this beast in half, sword and all, had I not been on the bus. All of your abilities were diminished the moment you were hired by this company, equally defanged and depowered, if you will. I suddenly recalled Hohenheim's commentary back at the LCE. I had a vague notion of what he meant, but now I was really feeling it. How? All you've ever known was the weak sinners. NFW, what is happening? Just as Roshu was struggling to stop that one blade, the intruder pulled out another dagger with her other arm and slashed at Roshu's neck. A beast of a Heisho pack. The intruder who would have cut her throat had Wei not burst through my door. Wait, what? Wei busted? Hey yo! Who wields you now? I don't suppose dialogue is an option. Light and those of vast garden, yet false a star in its fathom still. Ah, no! The intruder reached into his clothes, muttering an odd invocation. Little shit, a talisman. Wait, get it together! My lady! Just as the intruder's muttering began to grow intense, Justin leaped into my room and struck the stranger with a fan. We're going to let that bastard finish that stupid spell? They almost activated the Q-Corp talisman. Q-Corp? Apologies, my lady. It seems that I still remain somewhat bound by that spell. Listen, you're no longer a Heisho. You serve me now, got that? You don't have to let those things control you anymore. Yes, my lady. My apologies. Why was it Heisho? Dude! I wonder if like Mersalt is gonna get a Wei ID. If he's gonna be like the last. Because he's the only one that doesn't have the rupture, right? Season 7. It's gonna be a season 7, like when this gets a buckgack, it's gonna be Mersalt who's getting Wei as an ID. I fell limply to the bed with a sudden alleviation of stress and pressure. Hey, are you? I can't understand them anyway. I managed to stop the assassin before he laid a hand on them, fortunately. Got it. I don't think there was anyone else in here. Let's switch the lights on. Click. When the lights came on, we saw... This one's from a Mao branch, isn't it? There was a black bamboo hat wearing assassin on the ground. The walls that appeared solid before we all went to sleep were now melting away as if they were a vicious fluid. There's something wrong with this building. Something wrong with this building. I knew that they must have done something to the building, but Oh, there's a Heisho here. This whole operation's gotta be spearheaded by someone with real power. This isn't just an ambush from an overexcited family hierarch contestant. What I don't understand is, why the Mao branch? There are better Heisho branches to use if all they wanted was to cut off the clock's head. If all they wanted to do was cut off the clock's head. Oh, you don't know the power of Maust. I don't either, so you know, I understand your sentiments. Then they must have had a different purpose, huh? Correct. This one is from the Mao branch of the Heisho packs, which means more of them must have infiltrated this building. Though not at the scale of the Z branch. The Mao branch always moves in groups. The Z branch? I've not seen a single Z branch Heisho. Therefore, their goal must be to kill every guest staying in this Kijon, including you, my lady. Then, we got to get moving. We can't let them surround us if we even want a chance of surviving this. Date! Date! I forgot. I can't go that high up again. I can't speak at such a high register. Sinners burst into my room, slamming the door open again. Dort! Thank me later. If we don't move our assets, we're good as dead. Wait. Yes. We don't have the time to contact the main forces of our faction at the family mansion. You know what to do when we're at a numerical disadvantage, right? It will be done, my lady. Just Chin and Wei immediately stormed out of the room as soon as they saw the sinners enter, as though they've been waiting in here for my protection. Don Quixote and Gregor stood red-faced and on edge. Result was covered in battle wounds, and Otis wore an inscrutable expression. I stand before you in shame, to have to borrow the hands of another to protect the executive manager. No, I should have listened to what you said. Extrapolating from the pattern by which the walls have disintegrated, it is likely that they utilized the identical means of infiltration for each sinner. Oh right, were you attacked by bamboo-hatted assailants too? Their ranks outnumbered many, Manager Esquire, yet for how many of them there were, they were unsettlingly silent. Verily, we were almost... Not almost. I saw on the way here that some of us did get killed. Impaled straight through the guts. So what he said about how fighting indoors was a taboo. Yes, a lie. A lie. How utterly cowardly and unjust of these vile characters strike from the shadows. Alas, now is not the time. Now is not the moment to ruminate upon their villainy. Correct. Besides, there's more of them waiting to sink their blades into us. And then it's time to fight. Okay, so rats. Okay, so Z is rats. What is Mao then? What is Mao? Oh, is it cats? Is it cats? Is Mao cats? I don't like Mao. Mao or bunny? Okay, never mind. I was like, Mao is like Chinese for cat, if I remember correctly. Because like, if you've seen like the Apothecary Diaries, it's like Mao is like a cat or something. I think no, it's because like something. Oh my god! Finally, she had one coin, and that clash went on forever. How many tails did I flip, man? Bunny tails? See, I did not see the bunny tails. Oh, I do. Is that the red dot? Is that the gray dot? What? Also, I lost clashes. Can't believe it.
떨거지는 잘라낸다.
So Faust, Honglu. Wait. Yeah, no. Gregor, Roshu, Donkey, Mersault, Otis is here. Yeah, it's those 5.
무기를 만드는 것만큼은
No, there's
내가
those
어머니보다
6?
뛰어나지.
No. I thought there was one more sinner. I thought I counted to 6 sinners that had survived, but apparently not. Anyways.
가류 산초 경혈 80.
I take the AoE though. That's nice.
갈라지도록.
Wait, this is slow.
따뜻한 피 쏟아내라.
But yeah, these guys do not have a lot of clash power, which is nice. But like, I guess I don't have either.
떨거지는 잘라낸다.
Faust, not Faust. Like first, now that you're here, you wanna explain to me how? Okay, so Manager Dawn and Kaja are the only two characters in the game that I actually know their kits fully well. Like I kinda know how Otis works, because like every Blood Fiend kinda works the same, but like,
기원을 갖춘
or like Otis at least, because she's just damage. You know, she gets stacks using Hard Bloods to turn into stacks to make her do the big AOE, and that's like her only thing. You know, that's the only thing she does. The Raja Princess does like Hard Blood into buffs. No, Raja died. I just realized. But yeah, turns into blood buffs. I've heard Pegger's a. If I remember, Prince is a hard blood generator and makes you more tanky or something. I don't remember. Prince and Prager, I don't know their kits. I don't know. I don't get how Prager is good. He feels so bad to me. He feels so ass. Ooh, what the fuck is this? Because he's so bad. He has no clash power. Is this a pure fight? It isn't. Prince is a buffer? He is? What? I thought he was like survival. I remember reading some survival part of his kit and like generating things. He is under level. Oh yeah, that is true. He is he is a little bit under leveled. Fuck you mean no clash power? No, but like thing is, like whenever I've borrowed like an over leveled Prager, it's also been like very underwhelming in terms of results. And like my Otis is also perfectly leveled, and she isn't doing good either. Reese is basically a tank. I know that part. I know he's a tank, but I don't get anything else. Why does Manager Dawn have no HP? He can't die for 1 turn at 1 HP. What is it, man? Yeah. I mean, she does enable AoE. Otis is for AoE. It generates a fuck ton of Blood Feast from Manager Dawn. I thought Blood Feast. No, Prince doesn't generate Blood Feast. It generates Hard Blood, if I remember correctly. For all the Blood Fiends. Prager generates. Yeah, I still don't get what it is that makes. I'm assuming it's some sort of resource that stacks up that makes the upgrades the skills. Prince gives people armor that prevents them from being staggered at 5 seconds. Oh, this one, Hard Blood armor. Oh, that's what I was thinking. That's why I remember this. Okay, that's why I thought he generated Hard Blood. That's because I conflated Hard Blood and the Hard Blood armor. Hard Blood armor. But like, is it only shield the Prince from being staggered, or does it do like actual shield things as well? And how is that a buff? That's more of a defensive buff. Like defensive utility. That's like more of a defense sustain. Prince buffs damage as well. I think we're safe for now. Something tells me that they're not fighting us at full force. At least we routed them, so hopefully that means something. Ah, where'd Don Quixote go? Hark, for I am here! Don Quixote rushed into my room from the hallway outside. I got this by if the other sinners had suffered as we have. Verily, they were indeed targeted as well. Most defended themselves well against the curse, and shall be here post-haste, yet... Not everyone survived, huh? Not everyone survived. Young Sinclair and Yi sang while it appeared that they had risen in battle. They were caught unawares by their foes. It is likely that their demise came soon after tripping over each other's foot. How embarrassing. And young Heathcliff, isn't that fellow our resident mob fight expert? How did they even get him? They didn't get me, mate. I'm good as new. Heathcliff. What's got you to gobsmacked, lass? I recall a blade piercing young Heathcliff in the back of his head. Didst thou turn the clock for him already, Manager Esquire? No, not yet, anyway. Blimey, so that's what this funny itch on the back of my head. Heathcliff reached up to rub the back of his head, then crumpled to the floor mid-sentence. Heathcliff's not breathing anymore. He's dead. I'd even managed to walk all the way here. Over here with a hole in his head. Young Heathcliff! The other sinners are starting to gather, Manager. As pathetic as this force may be, we cannot spare any hands at the moment, Executive Manager. We must also join the others as soon as possible and assist them. There are sounds of altercations coming from the lobby. Gotcha. The clock turns as it always does. Sometime later. What? Please, hold on a moment. You? I can still see some people inside the lobby, which was also in the bizarre process of melting away. Phew. Whoa, is this the one that Faust is based off of? Among them, I noticed Justin clashing against a figure wearing a bamboo hat. Getting on the offensive already, huh? How come a big shot in control of a Heisho pack decided to come after a small fries like us? And behind the black bamboo hatted wearing assassin stood. I see that you have tracked me down, concerned of your own safety, but my master has already prepared countermeasures. There stood Qingtao, our supposed collaborator who led us here, and Wei, who was threatening him with a sword. So you were behind this. Huh, it's you. I sussed out that you'd be planning something like this, but you lacked the patience to pull it off. You're quite observant. I thought I had completely won you over. You must know that at H-Corp, there is but one path to survival and riches. Choose a family hierarchy candidate and serve them with utter loyalty. But who in their right mind would serve a young Master Bao Yu? He who has grown up with no hardship. He who doesn't possess even a single speck of ambition. You shut your bloody mouth, yeah? And you, rich boy, oi, are you just gonna sit there and let that bloke talk shit to your face? But he's right that I don't have any ambitions. Have you got no self-respect? What do you have, anyway? Okay, everyone shut up for a second. He's obviously taunting you. Stop indulging him. Wait, speak. I know that you have no means to wield a Heisho pack. So speak. Which master did you choose to serve? Who controls them? Ah, so they are curious. Stay your sword, Zilu. Another unfamiliar voice from the shadows. Huh. Young master, are you certain this is wise? Oh, he's young.
Worry not. They're destined to be swept away by the morning dew anyway. The trajectory of their fate shall not alter course. Or are they to witness me?
The voice soon reveals himself from the shadows, walking into the light with a casual, assured gait. Huh? Seriously?
You?
I see, you're...
Allow me to grace you ignoramuses with my exalted name.
Loki spot on. I know, I have a eye for this.
I am Yi Hua of the Shi family. You may know me as a very prominent candidate to the throne of this family hierarch.
Yeah. I am quite good at gauging how the people are supposed to sound. It is a talent that comes with the years and years of being a voice actor. Hello? Is it frozen?
행진을 멈추지
Oh
마.
my god,
이
it's because of his
좁은
AoE,
왕국을
but still.
넘어 멸망한 그
Dude, wait,
땅으로
if you
돌아갈
contributed
때까지
42% and you contributed
저기
another,
네
like, basically
모습을 우러러보는
40%?
것을.
Holy shit. So bad. No, it's not. I know you're under level. It's my fault. I'm gonna level you up. When the what the fuck is this? Wait, what? Oh, you can. Oh, I did not know this. I did not know you could. Oh, it tells you the order in which you're supposed to go through the stories. I did not know you could click on this to get stories. Yeah, Roshu, Otis, Gregor, Rodion, Faust, Ishmael, Hangdu. Like you can. Oh, that's cool. Roger Sinclair. Don't have that Sinclair. You don't have a story. Ah, I didn't know this. That's cool. Why is Hangdu not last? Oh yeah, that's super cool. Do you have? Who else is like a spice bush? Who else is in part of this lineage? That is super cool though. Wait, you're part of it. Yeah, you're part of the thing. Oh, season 2 IDs. Oh, okay. I think the order in mostly release order rather than story order. I mean, it wouldn't make sense for them to release like, I mean, if it's a release order, then it's probably like the story order as well, right? Like it wouldn't make sense to release Barber first with like story number 3. You catch my drift? Yeah. Is it like every unit from the season, or is it only like relevant units? Because like Sinclair and Raja, I mean, I'm assuming they are permanent pool characters. It's Donkey, because Donkey got released first, and it's Ishmael, Sinclair, Isang. Yeah, but like no Heathcliff, and who else got released during this season? Yeah, no Faust, for example. Why isn't Faust part of the story? Oh, and then you. Oh no, it's Gregor, not Heathcliff. No, but I swear Heathcliff got released this season. Maybe it was a permanent. I swear Heathcliff's already gotten an ID. Did he? Or did I misremember? Your own is a different mirror world? Okay. Okay, so it's like from the same mirror worlds. 'Twas but the will of the prescript, whispered by the great magicked beeper. Who did I get? Oh, Index Dawn. That is a lame ass line. Honestly. Ujat Otis was in that mirror world earlier, but they moved her. Oh, so it's like for the same mirror world. I see. Who do you share it with? You share it with like another donkey? 2 donkeys. But yeah, these are all from the same mirror world. I see. So that's what this is. These are Walpurgis IDs. But is it every Walpurgis ID? Because I feel like there's more. Like, why isn't like Ishmael and Gregor that came out after you? Only LobCorp IDs? Yes, but like, where's Gregor and Ishmael? They are also Walpurgis. Oh, they are. Oh, Rena. Okay, I see. Just like either Lobotom Corp or Arena. I thought, okay. I understand now. I see. I've become enlightened. Anyways. I'm 2/3 through. I'm assuming I've done all the way to 23. I'm assuming there's like 5 more and then I'm done. Don't want to use this stuff. Clear. Al my goat incoming. What the fuck is Al my goat?
의로움을 세우기 위해서라면 나를 불렀네.
보는 눈은 있네요. 여기서 저만큼 무능한 인재는 흔치 않죠.
재촉지 마시오.
You know what? They're gonna try Yisang again. The new Yisang.
어련히 가겠지.
Honestly, is upgraded. Also, earlier, hello to Rick, by the way, earlier. Get the Sang ID. I don't have the boxes for it. I'm gonna. I can't, even if I wanted to.
군주가 나
의로움을 세우기 위해
새로운
보는
시선, 집중.
피를 머금을 시간이네.
Prominent. But of course, I claim control of a branch of the Heisho Pack. While you are wasting your time out there searching for the river of immortality or whatever.
I don't even know where I'd even start to refute your brain-dead accusation.
This is way beneath me. I don't even want to address you as my senior, either. So who is it, Big Brother Juan? Nah, I can't imagine he'd ever be interested in someone like you.
What are you talking about? I'm asking whose teeth you've been suckling on to gain the control of the Mao branch, because we both know for sure that there's no way in hell you have the means to control them, right?
You little twerp.
Are you sure you want to insult my height from where you're standing? Oh my god, Chen, man, holy shit, he's savage. Master Yihua? It doesn't seem like the mastermind of this operation was actually anyone important. Agreed, I can tell just by the look of that traitor with a physiognomy of a deceiver.
This is a waste of time. Hey, Zilu, cut them all down!
Mission was to assassinate them. To meet them in an open battle, to take the lives of hierarch candidates was not what was agreed upon.
What the fuck? Blah blah blah. Just shut up and do as you're told.
I may fight to protect your life, yet I cannot do more. A Heisho heeds no voice but that of the one who holds their leash. Looks like that Shi Yihua doesn't even control these guys. There is an apt saying, oft invoked in the East, a fox may pretend to the throne, but only with the blessing of the tiger.
Shut up over there.
Spoiler, he has no fucking control. Bro, I thought you, if anyone, would fucking protect me from all the spoilers. You, only you, Night First, were the chosen one. You should have protected me. You were supposed to destroy them, not join them. Dude, now my whole experience of Kanto 8 is ruined, all because of you. It was mentioned that I fucking said it. No, you ruined it. You ruined it. What, you didn't think about the fact that I wasn't paying attention, and so I didn't even realize that he mentioned it. But yeah, no, nah, I'm not being serious. Anyways,
Damn it, this Heisho Pack is useless. Can't even get a simple job done.
Master Yihua, the Heisho Pack was merely as a backup plan. Our true strategy involved.
Sure, this is fine. I have other plans to sweep you all away.
This is the second time this individual has made an odd emphasis on a variation of the word sweep. What are you saying, that you bribed the sweepers or something? While their actions may appear suspicious, that suggestion is almost an absolute impossibility. The head is at the top of the sweeper's chain of command. In other words, only the head possesses the authority to command them. Wait, what the fuck is the sweepers? They are like cleaners, right? Are they OP? Are they strong? Have they been mentioned before? Right, yeah, of course. Moreover, they are prohibited from touching, let alone entering, any designated residential areas during the night in the back streets. This is a permanent, immutable taboo of the head. One of the very first to be introduced. The effort of going through a myriad of paperwork to ensure that Mephistopheles is recognized as a residential vehicle was ultimately to capitalize on this taboo.
Yes, it is exactly as you say. What a stupid question to ask, making me anxious out of nowhere. Tsk, that soured the mood. Come, let us leave. I had only intended to have them see my face after all.
Did you change YouTube mod words? Because some messages aren't sending? I have not changed a thing. I haven't changed a thing. Wait, let me see. I haven't touched no nothing. So no. Let me see if there's been a change. Yeah, no, I don't see any blocked words or chat messages. Nope. I don't know. I haven't really touched that thing. Community moderation, maybe? Moderation activity. Show me the moderation activity and timestamps. Reactions. I don't need to see reactions. Participants? Oh, I can see participants. That's cool. Didn't know that was a thing. That's a new thing. About sweepers? Like they killed? Okay. It's like I have a basic moderation on. I have basic auto mod on, but like I don't see any things, any not sent messages. Like I said about sweepers, like they killed. I'll phrase it other ways, I guess. Yeah, I think this is mainly just YouTube being weird. Whoops. Okay, I clicked away.
Too bad I won't even remember them in a few days once they all get swept away. Ha ha ha.
Master Yihua? We best leave before any more unnecessary words are said. Faust is right. These guys are acting way too suspicious to not have some scheming These guys are acting way too suspicious to not have some scheme brewing back there. So overtly suspicious that I'm starting to wonder if they're trying to use reverse psychology on us into walking right into their trap. Well, when surrounded by nothing but uncertainties, there's a solution that usually works. Faust. Faust had intended to make this suggestion first, but it appears that you share the idea. Yep, so Otis. Yes, executive manager. We have 12 sinners, Josh, Chun, and Wei on our side. And I don't think the so-called Malbranch are willing to fight. Which means that we only have 3 enemies. Shi Yihua, our guide, and Zilu, the assassin. We have the numerical advantage, don't we? You always make the most accurate read of the battlefield. What's going on over there? What's that tick-tocking noise? Our former guide seemed to have figured out what our conversation was about, because he took a few slow, careful steps away from Shi Yihua before bolting off into the distance. I've been thinking this all day, but he sure is a fast runner. Oh, what? What is it, Hongli? Did you remember something? I did. I had a hard time recalling this because he isn't from my family. But I remember now. Your big brother Yihua of the Shi family, right? Didn't that guy just announce that himself earlier? Anyways, Honglu, I'm gonna get that guy and beat the motives out of him. Is that gonna be okay with you? He's not from my family, but I'm sure Big Brother Yihua will be happy to answer your questions. Oh, he's a big brother? Great. Another thing. As your commander, I should probably say something cool to start off the battle, right? Wow, that's going to be so cool, like something straight out of a story. Otis said something like this once. That even if one side has the absolute advantage in battle, the command's words may be the deciding factor in who wins and who loses. So, I decided to borrow a few words from a book Hong Liu once lent me. It was a general who said it, I believe. Destroy them all! Wow, such inspiring words. Big brother? Oh, big brother! Step brother! I'm stuck. Wait. Dost thou know?
잘라낸다.
No.
꿰뚫려라.
I does not know a thing. Thou is in ignorance. Ignoramus. That's a word that was used this canto, right? Ignoramus? Ignoramus? I think. Is the fight? Oh, this fight? My favorite enemy incoming? You mean Zilu? Wait, is Zilu your favorite character of all time? That's crazy. Can't believe you're a Zelu Sanu. Bro, you've been here for like 5-6 months. I can't believe. Oh my god, I can't believe you're a Zelu shell. That is insane. Also, wait, how do I wonder if this is not upgraded. Let's just keep it until I get it upgraded. Zelu? Yeah. That's disgusting. Bro, you've been hiding that monster in you for so long. That is disgusting. Disgusting. Oh wait, is Mouse based off of Zelu? Because this seems I'm losing all my clashes. This seems awfully familiar in my opinion. Yes? Oh, look at me making the connections. Yeah, I still can't believe it. But I'm not referring to Zelu. What Yeshua is your favorite? Oh, how are you staggered? Why isn't this leveled up, man? How do you level this up? It's a red one if it's leveled up. Holy shit. Whatever. Oh, but this one has red coins now. What? That one was leveled up. I'm just confused. You need 9 procuration Hermes for the red skill. Okay. So I'm assuming it's gonna take a long time. I'm assuming it's gonna take a long time for. Bro, my P isn't working. What? What? Why is my P not working? Wait, what happened? 5-turn max? Oh, okay. Wait, is my keyboard working? Test? It is. Why isn't... I can't click P, man. I can't win rate. My win rate P plus enter doesn't work. I'm clicking enter right now. What? What happened? Show battle hints? What is battle hints? Wait for battle announcements to end after battle? Hell no. I don't know what auto restore and the deployment order is. Game does that? To make sure you ain't botting? On a story stage? I'm sorry, what? Why? What did I do? I'm losing my coin flips. What did I do, man? I've done nothing. God forbid a man uses win rate. Holy shit, I'm flipping all tails. Oh. Strange tone crashes through the sound of this fierce battle. Is this electronic dance music? Something about it sounds familiar. Finally. Oh. Thanks to your merry chase you've led me on, I've slid ever so slightly further into the world of the bristly. Let's see. Title 2, Section 11. Row C. The punishment for those who dare to flee from the Needle's retribution begin by tearing their legs apart from the groin. Big brother. I mentioned it without even knowing, man. Damn. I will make sure you suffer for all of the time you wasted. For all of my time you wasted. What the fuck is that blighter doing here? The hell's wrong with you? You've been stalking us all along? Since when is chasing after a thief conflated with stalking? I'll have you know that I'm still banished from the world of the luscious thanks to you who dare to pinch my hair coupons. What the hell? Where'd they come from? Okay, so he wasn't the one who ordered this.
You guys are just pissing off people off left and right, aren't you? Zilu, take them. Zilu, take him out. Take him out.
What an utterly insular fool.
What do you say?
Do you not know that man?
What's the middle doing here?
Ricardo, a big brother of the middle. The man who slaughtered the sinners like they were nothing. The man who almost forced me to self-destruct. Faust, don't tell me I have to get ready for that again.
No, not yet. According to the evaluation data at the LCE, the sinners' power had grown since their time at the Great Lake. Our chance of victory against this individual has risen to a meaningful degree to forfeit the battle before it even begins.
Let's go!
By how much? Enough to put our faith in the uncertainties.
Alrighty then. Enough with the background noise. I don't know what your business is with these thieves, but I personally traveled all the way to the eastern part of the city because I simply must exact my vengeance against him with my two hands. I could have simply informed my brothers in the east and let them handle this, but that just wouldn't do. I was determined to see this through to the end myself, even if it meant asking a great brother of the east for a favor. So you there, Half Pint and his cute mini entourage, get the hell out of my sight. The middle's book of vengeance comes first.
Half Pint, huh? Keep battling that fat lip of yours, minion of the fingers. You don't scare me at all with a cheap hairdo and that garish as hell botched dye job. You're in the H Corp turf now. I am.
Wow. Just wow. Bloody hell, mate. That was messed up.
He's far too absorbed in his own foolishness to see he's walking into his own demise.
Unexpectedly, Ricardo's face wasn't contorted with wrath, even after enduring that barrage of insults. Instead, he looked surprised. A moment of silence followed, during which he seemed to be absorbed in thought.
You, impressed. If you just set a new record.
You are the current record holder for how fast can I get written up in Ricardo's Book of Vengeance challenge, boy. You did it in 15 seconds. Then, with trembling hands, he reached down to grab his Book of Vengeance, opened it, and began to write something down on the paper, slowly and deliberately, as though to make sure each stroke of the pen counts. Unfortunately, your audacity is terminal. I'll rip your jaws apart myself as punishment. Boys, make sure that this little band of thieves won't get away while I deal with this pipsqueak.
Wait, what the hell is this asshole talking about? Hey, Zilu?
Who the fuck? Actually, I don't care. Stop me if you can. Effective immediately, the punishment of all involved parties and bystanders at the site of your crime shall be complete and total extermination.
I think we can slip away unnoticed in this mess.
I don't think we've got much of a chance there. Ricardo practically rocketed toward where Zilu and Shi were standing in a burst of sweet speed. But his henchmen had already begun to slowly surround us as he ordered.
Ready your weapons, everyone. Pay back. Time for what happened at the Great Lake. Let's do this.
Ooh.
Besides, I've got a score to settle with that son of a bitch.
Oh! Don't use the S3-2. Not gonna lie, save it for Ricardo. We'll see what the win rate boss dictates. Oh my god, he's got 27 in Clash Battle.
억제 완료.
His attacks is only 18 or whatever. No, we'll see what win rate it takes.
왕의
You know.
뷰를 하사한다.
I live my life by the point check. Wait, is Otis's? No, I mean, is Barber's skill 3 just naturally an AoE? I always thought it was. I always thought it had to be the upgraded one for the AoE to proc. Maybe it was the upgraded one. Ooh, time for the big one. You know what? I'll listen.
그대는
I'll save it
어디까지
for the
가고
big fight.
있을지.
No, is the big fight even gonna be hard?
행진의 꽃. 이것이 서곡의 피날레다.
You streamer. Don't just start praising me. You're starting to sound a lot like Otis just because you're trying to praise me and condition me just to get me to do what you want. Is it working? A little bit. But like I'm onto you, okay? It's less effective than you'd think.
이 혈투를 승리로 이끌.
Let's go with it. Let's ruin it now.
고귀하게
Let's ruin it now. Let's miss it.
가족이 되기엔 약
There was an explosive noise from a distance, and moments later, Ricardo landed before us with a boom. I heard that the Heisho of the East were a tough bunch, but that lady was something else. So why'd a woman like that suddenly split from a fight? Not my problem, I guess. She's being written down in the book too. Time to take care of what I really came here for. Get ready for beatdown, coupon thieves.
너희의 무기로 이 혈투를 승리로 이끌.
How old am I? 35. Mouse to the
그대는
books.
어디까지
No,
가보았을지.
no, not mouse.
다류 산초 경혈 80
A mirror dungeon
갈라지도록
alternative universe version
대만찬에 집중해.
of mouse. Because mouse is the alternative universe version of Zulu.
왕의 비율을 하사한다.
Can we see the? Yeah, this is easy. Yeah. Oh, he started with. Oh my fucking god! It's all red coins. Also, see? What do you mean? Always flipped heads. Yeah, all heads. That's a fucking lie. But yeah, wow, he gets like all red coins. Ah,
재현 종료.
500 damage. Roger would have done more. Okay. This made it a little bit too easy, okay? Having that one made it a little bit too easy. Because now I just
딸아이도 이 상처를 기억하고 있으면 좋겠구려.
stagger you.
그대는 어디까지 각오했을지.
I don't see no tails? No, on the fight yes, but like on the clash I did. Wait, how much clash power did each? Yeah, it's getting annoying. How much clash power does each tail provide? Does each head provide? I mean,
무기를 만드는 것만큼은
now he's
내가
staggered.
어머니보다 뛰어나.
퍼레이드와
Motherfucker be staggered.
다류 산초
Only
경혈
when-
60 찢겨라.
The mob spawn. 3? Okay.
그 슬픈 눈빛.
So like his base power is very low if he flips all tails.
왕의 비율을 하사한다.
Ooh, upgraded, nice. And also it seems like Pierce is fatal, so that's nice. Unopposed. Am I too slow? Oh yeah, so I am too slow. He's saying hopeless. He gets final power instead of coin power. I don't know what that is.
만찬에 하나뿐인 자.
Did I die? Or does it just look like a lot?
아홉째
Numbers.
완료. 결국엔
I might die.
힘의 가족도 멸망의
I don't want to restart this fight. Oh yeah, maybe Gregor is good at tanking. Wait, did I not bring Prince? Did I not bring Prince? Or is... Oh, Prince is dead. I was like, where's my staggered guard? Stop win rate, idiot? No, you're the idiot. You got the skill? I didn't even realize. Wait, he hits everybody? Wait, the coin hits everybody? What?
유쾌하게 그댄 선택.
Like one at a time
파도가
or something.
밀려드는구려.
He's dead. Surprised Princess survived that despite being staggered. You wasted that? You're wasting your breath.
너의 쓸모를 보여.
I might have wasted that, but you wasted your breath, I'll have you know. Oh, that didn't stagger you? I thought I was... Fuck.
모험하군.
I thought I got you below the threshold.
과연 가면은 쉬운
A
채로
blood fiend! Why? I'm assuming you're gonna
비켜주시면 안
be staggered
되나?
next round. Oh, okay, that was just a victory screen threshold. I see. I was like, I don't want to redo this, but it was fine.
Wait.
A shot cuts across the battlefield, just as the sudden appearance of Ricardo was making things incredibly more difficult for us. Huh? Didn't that guy split? What he's doing here? Laughing his butt off. You finally lost the plot, eh? Failed plan after failed plan takes a toll, I suppose. You barely got X condition, by the way. But I got X condition. I don't know what to tell you, man. Win rate still works.
Oh, maybe that was too much. Oh, maybe that was too much. But, I mean, how could I not laugh, right? When after all that, everything comes together perfectly according to my plan. You hear this too, don't you? The sound of the city. The sound of the back streets. Do you hear the sound of crashing waves?
Waves. When the sound of the battle comes to a stop with Shijiwa's sudden shout, we all suddenly began to notice the low, calling sound of omen that had been swirling under the commotion. Something's melting, regurgitating, or perhaps boiling over. If not, it's seeping, it's siphoning, it's a trace that was at once living and dead. Crashing and breaking, devoid of any recognizable stops. The lines between where it begins and ends blurred. Yes, like waves.
Current time is 0321 hours. Then it's too late.
The light in the back street. We've never been outside the bus at this hour, have we? It was past 4 in the morning when we briefly set foot in the outskirts. So no, we have. This would be our second time. Though it must be noted that the time of the day was not a matter of concern then, as we were in the outskirts.
Yeah, they're finally getting all swept away like trash. Oh, how I waited for this moment.
What's he on about? You can't possibly be thinking that the sweepers will somehow break the taboo to help you.
Still missing the point, botched purple dye job. Zilu, let us leave to the promised location.
Huh? Did he actually scamper all the way here just to gloat at us and run away? Indeed, she gloated at us with a confident boast, as though he was finally ready to face us, only to turn tail again with an unmistakable look of relief. I don't get it. Does he actually believe that the sweepers will help him? Faust. Indeed, sweepers do not invade residential areas. However, what if where we're standing is an actual residential area? What are you talking about? Look, this place got walls, beds, beddings, and I guess the walls felt weirdly mushy and melty. It wasn't just Raja who realized what was going on. The other sinners all began to look around in confusion as well. The walls of the Khajan had all but melted away, leaving nothing behind, as though the place we slept the night in was but a house in a painting. Our realization came too late. Oh, so it was like ink. It was a house made of ink, as the wave-like noise from earlier had already encroached right up to where we were. And unlike the other times, when they'd simply part around the bus. Are they humans, the sweepers? They were cutting straight into the remnants of our lodging. 45124111 555232200 3351149541723. What's going on? Why? There! This is ridiculous. Sweepers, how dare they break the taboo so brazenly?
Looks like I'll be facing the waves tonight.
She's trying to aura form. Why do you sound so excited about this? I mean, we got to. Let's make things clear. It's clear that If we do nothing but stand around, they'll sweep us all away. 4151919. Are they robots or are they humans? 772. Damn it, we have to make our stand here. Okay, I still don't get the sweepers. I don't really know what sweepers is.
완벽하게 수행되었지
Okay.
않은가?
Look at man go. Oh my fucking god.
아직 기약은 없구려.
I mean, it's because I got 2 of his 9 coin skill.
여정이만.
I'm like, holy shit. This is not a pure battle. They just don't do pure battles. No more. They refuse the pure battling.
몸이 찌뿌둥하던 참이었어.
Yeah, I've used the thing now. Let's just. I don't want to. Dude, I shouldn't have. Bro, I shouldn't have brought the fucking OP season 9 to the fight. Good night, guy. Good night, knock first. Snake wow. Bro, I shouldn't have brought that one. I should have brought.
시
새로운
I should have brought it here instead to
찌뿌둥하던
see when
참이었어.
if I wanted to see.
내려
I should have used my own units to clear Ricardo. The Ricardo fight. Because I could have easily won. Although I am a little bit over leveled since while this came out, you only had access to level 50, right? Oh, Ricardo in the background, right? What the fuck is this sweepers? How are there so many sweepers? Holy shit.
막아내지 못하리.
Why is Mouse going first?
틈을 끊어.
Yeah, the things, the vibe is immaculate though. I don't know what is happening today, but I've seen a lot of tails.
꿰뚫려라. 슛.
Like when I'm neutral, like I see way more tails. Okay, that was all heads on like a 50-50. Oh, Raja loves me. I don't know what to say. Oh my god. Okay, Lord Lu sucks. No, but like Flash win. But yeah, some of my IDs are level 55, even though I should have kept them at level 50 maybe to make it harder for myself.
허리와 피날래.
Wait, I'm gonna. Because I'm gonna have access to, and some characters, some IDs are already leveled to 55.
대만찬에 집중해.
I can't believe my manager lost a clash. She's usually my best clasher.
승리로 이끌.
But yeah, like I'm gonna have access to level 55.
아류 산.
Should I do it though? Should I level them up to 55? Maybe not. I wanna just make it a challenge, see if I could beat it, win rate it with Kanto 9, Kanto 8 I meant.
저 해충들을 도려내라.
Just as is, like level 50. Or maybe not, who cares? I just want to win rate.
길을 열어라.
Maybe I shouldn't bother with the level 55 things. I'll just level them all up.
예쁘네. 네 피분수.
Anyways, Raj is amazing. I love her. And in all Rajas will be appreciated.
이 혈투를 승리로
This
이끌.
is slow though.
짐승들의 재갈을 풀겠다.
But yeah, I have sweepers been mentioned before? I don't remember. I don't know what sweepers do. I don't know what they like. What the point of them do? But like, oh my god, there's a fuck ton of sweepers. And I'm assuming the point of them is to clean. Right? Like sweepers clean the streets. They sweep? They sweeper? Yeah, they sweep away all the bad stuff in the
고작
city
이
or
정도
something.
넌
Oh wait, I remember that during like something. They've been mentioned like, you know, after all the blood. Oh, Shichun here helping. They mentioned something about like
너는
at the end of the night, like all the all the blood and stuff gets swept away by the sweepers.
승리로 이끌.
내가 원.
Like anyone, poor people, become sweepers or get swept away.
무용군요.
Backstreet.
추적.
아류 산초 경혈 60. 찢겨라.
And that is certainly a lot of people. And they just don't care. They just go on forward.
따스한
Is their job to just kill anyone and everyone in their
왕의 비호를 하사한다.
way? Or like, why are we fighting them? Why can't they just go around us?
왕의 비호를
Why can't they be nice just this once?
넌 푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나.
Wave 2.
너희의 무기로
There's 14 enemies. There's another wave after this. Holy fucking shit.
짐승들의 재갈을 풀겠다.
Yeah, but yeah, no, okay. I mean, at least all my units are upgraded now, so I should be able to kill faster. Like, they've had the time to warm up. So, like, everybody
왕의
should be able to do
빛이 목을
their
떨궈주마.
stuff. It should be very fast. Like, just very much appreciated. Very much obliged.
평열 60 찢겨라.
Like, one-shotting. Wait, how did... I thought you died. I thought I killed you.
따뜻한
How did you survive and use red coin? I was about to say, Gregor only had 3 clash power in a fucking... with 2 heads? That is crazy. Like, that must have been a bug. But no, it was 8 clash power. It just showed heads, but like, it showed me the tails clash power or something. Or maybe it was something else. I'm not sure. 60? Oh my god, holy shit, that health. That healing. Music is pretty
너희의
banger.
무기로 이 혈투를
Pretty
승리로
bang.
이끌어줘.
Pretty banging. Princess as her mask? I prefer Princess without the mask though.
틈을 끊어.
Oh, you survived at 1 HP.
따뜻한 피 엎드리도록.
Anyways, I'm assuming this is gonna be over soon. I wonder how many more nodes there is. I'm on node 25. And like, if you remove like 14 nodes, I'm on node 11 on this intervalo. Cause like, cause I lost a not lost. But yeah, I'm on node 11 of this intervalo,
왕의
which means
비호를
there's another 2. Oh, is there gonna be a dungeon? Is there gonna be a dungeon for this? I hope not. Does Shichun just do her own thing?
피날레를
this is nice.
시작하자.
Having Raja do AoE is so nice. Cause it speeds up the process.
무기를 만드는 것만큼은 내가
There should be a
어머니보다
last wave, last batch of enemies on this wave. I wonder if the reason we're getting introduced to sweepers now is so that we may... because it's gonna be relevant later? You fucker. It's fine. Do I lose if Shichun dies? I hope not.
따뜻한 피 쏟아내라.
Bro, give me more AoEs.
쏟아내라.
Don't level up the... Stop leveling up the wrong thing, man. Like, don't level up the skill 1, level up the skill 2, the red skill, so that I get the AoEs get the upgraded skill 2 on my donkey. On my manager. Manager.
눈높이를 낮춰.
Bro, what? How did you heal 60? Okay, it wasn't Gregor that healed 60, it was the fucking enemy that healed 60. What the fuck?
고작 이 정도 탕류의 허덕이나.
Why do you heal that much?
넌 푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나. 토끼를 보내라. 넌 푸름을 저 해충들을 도려내라.
That's a good thing with Lord Liu is that you get a ton of like undefended hits, unopposed hits. You get so many extra hits whenever he uses his skill 3. Wave 2 complete. Wave 3 incoming. The battle was long and grueling. Even Ricardo and his henchmen appeared visibly exhausted after the second wave. Big bro, we're messed up. We never should have put you through this trouble in the first place. Don't worry about it, kid. You've taken a brother who came all the way from the south and guided himself through the labyrinth that is H-Corp. I'd say you've done more than enough. No one could have expected that we'd be fighting the sweepers of all things. If we're able to withstand the sweepers, enemies that could give even the middle trouble, practice makes perfect and perfection makes an expert, huh? I guess Hong Lu wasn't too off the mark. Man, we would have been long swept away by a horde if we were still new at this. Ishmael was taking this brief downtime to check the sharpness of her harpoon was right. We've been through something like this before, fighting against an endless horde of enemies, long battles of attrition. It wasn't new, and that very experience was definitely an edge we had against these enemies. Of course. Ryu, can't we even handle third wave at this rate? There is no choice but to withstand it. Nothing was certain just yet. We still had the third wave to survive. I'll carry out your sentences as soon as we survive the third wave. Even when we're basically in the same boat, that guy just can't help but have it out for us, huh? Why would I ever? Ah! The third wave begins, and with it, the building suddenly began to shift violently. Whoa, hold on. What's going on? The buildings are shifting! What's happening? I remember asking all of you guys to read the damn pamphlets. Buildings inside H-Corp shift every once in a while. I didn't know it would be like this, but still. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem that the building we're in is shifting by much, Executive Manager. As soon as Otis finished, an errant building suddenly jutted violently from the ground, rising in a diagonal burst, and struck Ricardo square in the chest, sending him blasting off into the skyline. Damn you, mark my words! This is also going in the book! Ricardo wasn't the only one that got practically punched by a building. Big bro! The henchmen of the middle, who had formed a defensive square to withstand the waves, were blasting off in all directions. Or maybe they were falling. I wasn't sure anymore. What is happening? Movement of the buildings has significantly reduced the enemy population in this area, Dante. This is an opportunity. Now that those irritating bastards are off our backs, I think this is definitely more doable now. Is it just where Sinclair's skin extremely pale? I can feel the spirit rising among the sinners. Come on, let's do this. We've done this kind of fight 1,000 times. I guess we have. How many enemies? Please tell me it's gonna be no more than 14, right? 12, nice.
내가 어버이보다 뛰어나.
파레이드와 피날레.
I like this. 12 means it's way easier. But yeah, why do you revive with like 60 HP? Now you don't. I just one shot. Nice. Oh yeah, Ricardo's a beast. He just doesn't die.
행진했고
I mean, he has plot armor.
서곡의
He's
피날레다.
one of the villains that actually has plot armor.
왕의 비호를 하사한다. 따스한 피 스며드는군.
If they didn't have this revive mechanic, this would have been way faster.
따뜻한 피. 산초류 경혈 5. 라샤.
Ooh, upgraded. That's the first upgraded skill 3 I've seen today. From Manager. I did see 2 upgraded skill 3s from Yisang earlier. Wait, is the new Yisang a syncing ID? Because if he is, then I'm gonna use him. I mean, I already have a syncing he's saying, but like
또한
honestly, in my
용서하지.
opinion, Spice Push is fine, but it's not. He's not that good. He's bad at clashing,
너희의 무기로
right? So like having a new good Yisang for my Kaja team, dude. Sinking is the most OP gonna be the most OP team in the game. I mean, of course, this is Sinking.
훌륭하군요.
At least from my understanding, this is gonna be like the Sinking slash Boys next season.
스며드는군. 왕의 비호를 하사한.
Wait, what season was Heathcliff's season then? Season 6. No, it's not season 6, but like season 5? No, season 5 was Kanto 7. So it was season 4. It has to be season 4. Wait, was like the themed like keyword IDs only a new thing, relatively new thing that started like
산초류 경혈 오
recently?
라샹 쏟아내라 흐르네 쏟아내라
Who knows? You know, maybe it's something that started with Kanto 7, like keyword theme ones. I mean, because like W Corp is charge, but like that's not season specific.
토끼를 보내라. 넌 푸름을 저 해충들을 도려내라.
틈을 끊어. 이제
So I don't know.
묘야. 길을 열어라. 넌 푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나.
Anyways, yeah, this is just slow, but like it's not hard. What was that? Dude, Gregor sounded like a horse. Pia pia or something. Pia. Like he sounded like he was neighing.
무용하군요.
Am I pronouncing that right?
지식에.
Anyways, is it finally over? It is. Survived. Not cleared. Survived. I hope there's not a dungeon after this. I don't want to do another dungeon. Okay, it's only been 3 hours though. Dude, it feels like it's been way longer. Was that last of them? Current time is 0424 hours. About 10 minutes until the night in the back street ends. But you can relax now, given that we survived the third wave. The buildings are also no longer shifting. Stability has been restored. We did it, Executive Manager. Bloody hell, finally. The sinners all collapsed to the ground from exhaustion. I mean, this is character growth. Good job. This is absolutely character growth. This is insane. There was a Kajan here, but it's gone now. Despite the fact that we haven't moved at all from our initial position, there wasn't even a trace of it having been here. We realized that we'd been relocated on top of a roof, as though we had all just been awakened from the dream of sleeping in a building that never even existed. I mean, isn't this like free fighting XP now from now on? You could just go out in the middle of the night to like fight the sweepers. That was one hell of a battle, man. I thought I was done for. This is killing me. I don't know if we could have survived that if that hell-obsessed loon wasn't here to draw some of them away. I guess we got something to thank him for.
So that's all they got in a head-on battle. Art thou acquainted with these folks, young Roshu? I've heard of them. Their scent of blood, 'twas faint, but it cannot be. No, 'twould be best to not linger over long on this thought. Why not? Dig deeper. Yes, stimulate that trauma. Letting ephemeral inspiration slip through your fingers is the death of creativity. I said I won't linger on it. Don't rush me. Whatever.
Roshi's respecting that boundary.
How uninspiring. Guys, now's not the time to bicker. Now's not the time to bicker.
Becca. Roshi and Don Quixote's words were indeed unnerving, but we'd have plenty of time to discuss that once we return to the bus. If we can return in one piece. Shi Yuhua.
I'll be frank, that was impressive. I thought for sure you'd have been long swept away by now.
Shi Yuhua must have been waiting somewhere nearby to watch us die, because it did not take long for him to reappear before us. Perhaps they agreed upon a new deal while we were fending off the waves of sleepers. The Mal branch and Zilu were both approaching us in an intimidating gait that contrasted with their earlier passivity.
Damn it, Executive Manager, we've had too many high-risk, high-fatigue battles in succession. I hate to offer such disloyal advice, but it may be wise to avoid this battle at all costs.
That don't seem like an option to me. I look around. Most of the sinners were either dead, trampled and chopped to small, unrecognizable pieces. They were barely holding on at best. I can bring them back. I always do. But when they've completely surrounded us, I don't know if I can bring them back in time to protect me. They might just cut the sinners down as soon as they get back up.
Well, this was well within my predictions. I can simply finish off anyone that hasn't been swept away.
Dude, you're changing your plans every so often. First, whatever.
Now a stage is set for my ascension. For the next 10 minutes, no sweepers, let alone anyone is coming here. You know why? Because who in their right mind would leave their homes when the night in Backstreet is still ongoing? And it looks like even that annoying idiot from the middle's been taken care of too, somehow.
How much of this was your plan?
How much, you ask? The whole thing, of course. All the way back to that construction site that blocked your path. The one who deceived the unscrupulous fool of your company? It was me. The one who put the pitiful Qingtao, who doesn't even have a family name, with you? It was me. The one who contracted the Triax office to challenge you for a duel? It was me. And guess who it was that relayed your real-time location to all kinds of forces in the district? Yes, it was me. And this trashy lodging with a residential permit? All devised by none other than yours truly, using Q-Corp's technology.
I see.
Oh, it's so good. It was so good, wasn't it? What a perfect strategy.
Okay, so your strategy was basically just to send a bunch of forces at us and have them all fail.
What do you think? Aren't I great? Aren't I so utterly clever? This is exactly why I deserve to be the next family hierarch.
A folly to speak those words. An unfamiliar voice echoed from the dark. There was neither animosity nor hospitality, only utter serenity and nothing else. The speaker approached us, walking under the narrow ray of moonlight that shone between the shifted buildings. His hand was a decapitated head illuminated by the pale light. Dude, I thought that was Yi Sang for a moment, but that's Qingtao, right? Blood dribbles from the severed neck, and the wide open eyes remained frozen in its final moments, filled with utter terror. He walks toward us in step with a drip of the blood. It can't be Joe? Oh, this is Lord Lu. This is Lord Lu's, the one Lord Lu is based off of.
I knew you while I was working for someone. It was him. Why do you have Qingtao's head?
I have brought back the wayward pet to his master, that it may once again be leashed.
There is a serpent, my lord.
Who the hell is this? She doesn't have an ID representative yet. Maybe, possibly, I don't know. Leave it. We needn't shoo it away.
What? You're alone. The Heishivaxi may simply get in their way. No more. I see. Was there a sudden change of heart while she held a leash in her hands? That the return to the Shi family side would be to your benefit?
No.
You knew everything all along? What, I must ask, is everything to you? Your vision is too limited for my lord's wisdom to comprehend. The wise fail to peer through the narrow-sighted eyes of the fool. But if by everything you refer to how you feigned abandonment from the Shi family to secure my lord's trust, indeed, it could be said that we do know everything. Don't kill me, please don't kill me. I will share with you my most guarded secrets at the Shi family. Right, the 10 Blades of the East, yes,
But Shi Yuhua could speak no more, for a serpentine blade struck from the umbra and separated his head from his torso with ease. Little Yuhua, have I not warned you time and again to guard your tongue against the creeping desperation?
I believe that we have gathered the intelligence we had hoped to collect, my lord.
You didn't even pursue the serpent, Zilu. His voice boomed as he commanded those who appeared to be his officers. The tall, built man took a ponderous step from the shadows and stood before us. With an enigmatic expression, he wordlessly looked at Yuhua's decapitated head, now lying on the ground, then at us. It was as though he was gazing upon the clouds or blades of grass. I shall take them with me. He picked up Yuhua's decapitated head before gesturing at his officer with a nod.
Here it is, my lord. Wrap their heads with stasis wraps, and decomposition won't set in anytime soon.
And with those bandages, he begins to wrap them in a practice motion. He does not pay us any heed, as though we weren't even worth the attention. Return to me once you're finished here.
Yes, my lord. Hold on, you can't just show up out of nowhere and...
He did not reply, his eyes gazing, yet reflecting nothing but hollow emptiness. And just as he had emerged from the darkness, he vanished into the shadows, carrying two decapitated heads. What was the point of him loaning the Heisho pack to us? Oh, they've gathered the intelligence they want. He wanted to see the strength of the sinners,
오랜
I think.
목마름도 어버이를
He wanted
향한
to test
죄책감도
the strength of the
피를
sinners.
마시는
Anyways,
순간에는 생각나지 않을 거다. 그러니
okay, there's coming a
할 것
story
없이
and
마음껏
then
마셔.
a dungeon probably. And then I'm gonna be free.
우리가 이룰 수 있는
Although
유일한
ideally
법.
I would not want to go through another dungeon. Things weren't looking any better. I could instinctively tell that they were different from anyone or anything we'd faced in Hongyuan so far.
I don't suppose our lord left them alive only for us to slay them. Then perhaps it would be apt that I introduce myself, as it is common courtesy to do so. Call me Zigan. I am but a humble student of my lord, Master Cho's teachings.
My lord, Master Cho. Somehow, I was reminded of the discussion Qingtai refused to finish.
But when the far one come, betwixt the burnt door shall a star fall astray. As for the song, it's a song that's become rather popular in the backstreets in the recent months. This is not the place to discuss such matters. I will share the tale in a more appropriate setting later, should we come across it.
Name's Dante. I'm the manager. Name's Dante. I'm the manager. I decided to speak up, struggling through the pressure. I instinctively knew that we had to find out as much as I could about that man from earlier.
They introduced themselves as Manager Dante. I see, your candidacy is appreciated. Zilu, withdraw the mob. It seems that we need not contend with them at the moment.
Hello, Red Rabbit! I'm awesome. I hope you're great as well.
Very well.
It seemed that they had the very same thought about us.
Now, is that sufficient proof of our intent to engage in a brief discourse? To discuss some matters with you to mark a courtly ending to this encounter should be of benefit to us for the prospects of our future. So, ask away, as they say.
So, that's when Josh Shetron stepped forward, after having retreated from the domineering presence.
So that's what those suspicious songs I heard in Backstreet were about. It's about you guys, wasn't it? So, are those lyrics true? Ah, so this is what you wish to know. Shetron of the Jia family. It is said that you possess talent in rhetoric. You walk a path clouded by concern and anxiety. Truly, your insignificance preludes your pride and greatness.
Yeah. Just the usual struggling and reveries of the rain. Ooh, that's fun. That is fun. Yeah, what have you been up to? I have been doing this. I've been playing Limbo's Company, going through the Intervallo 5, doing some story. But since nothing's been voiced, I voice everything.
Wait, don't speak for me. I would have been first. I would have been the first to say anything if I thought she was wrong.
Yes, my lady.
Shi Yuhua, you're the one who sent him after us, right? Close, yet not exact. He was an agent of the Shi family, sent to spy on my lord's doings. We had bestowed him control of a Heisho pack, for we had found his conduct shallow and saw a means of learning more of the Shi family's machinations. Yet it seems that, once granted power, the boy mistook himself for a man with a mere wherewithal to represent the Shi family. So you used him, just as he sought to use us. Though he was quite shallow in the strategy compared to our own. So, what now? I don't think you're looking to kill us, right? No, nothing. Do whatever it was that you sought to accomplish here. You're letting two of your master's rivals go, just like that? What a strange thing to say. Look around as I might. I fail to see any rivals here.
Then, why did you want to attack us? You said it yourselves. We're not even your rivals. Yeah. I'm not dishing enough damage. How are you not? I mean, you need to use buffers. You need to have the correct teams to deal the good damage. That's the only solution, sadly. But yeah, and also building your resonances, because resonances improves your stats a lot. The manager inquired what you commanded you want to carry out this assault against Limbo's Company. They fear, yet they seek to gain understanding through that fear. Yet they remain wanting in a certain perspicacity. What the fuck is perspicacity? My lord has always said that if one learns not from a plight, then no discourse with them shall bear fruit. Instead of giving me a straight answer, Ziyang left me with only a puzzling comment before she brushed past us. I keep running out of those dumb Oneric shard things. Yeah, I mean, like Oneric shards, like those are just, you have to do somnambulism, limbo, and like somnambulism. Because if you don't do them, those are time gated resources. Like there's no other way. You just have to do them. But like, you should catch up pretty fast, because like I have a ton left over. I never have to worry about them right now. But like and I haven't had to worry about like resonance mass for a very long time. So like you should be able to, so like you get way more if you get all the rewards from like Limbo and everything, you should catch up pretty quickly, because you get more than what you need pretty fast. I've been clearing everything I can and still not enough. Yeah, but like you still need time. You still need to wait for the resets and everything, for the shops to reset and to get all the rewards. There's no other way about it. Like those rewards are time gated, but like, you know, after a certain while, it becomes way easier. Like you shouldn't need to, like I don't know how long is a long time, but like, I mean, it's gonna need to take like at least a few months for you to catch up, because you're probably like years behind in terms of the materials. But like, if you do, then you know, a few months to catch up to what is essentially a few years of lack of progress is quite fast, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm building like 15 characters at the same time. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, I feel you though. I've done like 4 or 5 characters at the same time, and it just drains your resources. For me, it's mainly the The sharper Dante. Oh yeah. Let me continue this. I've given you courtesy enough. This is a good time for us to depart. Now, do stay nicely within your borders, as you have remained there thus far. I would greatly despise an odd splash of ink marring the great painting. With that, Zhigang walked into the shadows cast beneath the forest of buildings. Zilu and the countless Heishu that had surrounded us also disappeared with them. Finally, I looked around just in time to see Otis collapse, while the rest of the sinners lay dead or barely clinging to life. And there was Josh Chun, who had collapsed to the floor as well, and Wei, who was tending to her wounds, and me, who somehow survived through all that without getting decapitated. And the night that put us through multiple brushes with death came to an end. The day breaks. Yeah, and that's pretty much everything that's happened. That Big Brother Cho? I see. Once the day broke, we decided to take a quick walk outside to recover a little from the exhaustion of night. It was also to decide our from here on, and we also had to decide if we wanted to travel with Josh Chun, with whom we shared our destination. Hello, did you forget how to make a concerned face or something? How are you maintaining that irritating poker face through the whole conversation? Haha, of course not. Classic Jia family secrecy, huh? Always hiding something, and I bet you are too. I mean, isn't Jia also Jia family? If you are, you better spit it out now. I don't have the time to casually stroll about with my 2B enemy. Shichun, as I have always said, the seat of the family hierarchy is of no... Fine. Even if you're lying, I do know that you haven't prepared anything for your assignment anyway. Changing the subject. Josh Chun, who was chatting with Honglu, methodically slowed down enough to walk right next to me as though she was executing steps of a plan. You lead my brother's faction, don't you? About what I wanted to talk to you about earlier. I guess I do. For now, I guess. Earlier? Oh, is this about our conversation back at the Kazan? Brother, translations, please. Of course, Dante is unquestionably our manager. Great, let me make a proposal then. Become my faction for the duration of the family hierarchy evaluations. Help me out. What? Can we do that? Can we do that? Why not? You guys managed to stall even the sweepers. That means you command a formidable force. Besides, you're headed to the family mansion anyway, aren't you? You just don't know what to do once you get there. And as for the competition, well, my brother doesn't care about the whole thing anyway. So why don't you join me? Help me become the family hierarch. I'm not like our other older siblings. I always pay my debts, whether that's for a favor or for a grudge. If you can't trust me, I'm happy to make a written... Can we do that, Faust? Faust deems Josh Chun's plan, or explanation of it at least, rather flawless. Having such an ally at the apex of a wing will be a great boon to Limbus Company as well. I guess so. Then I don't see any reason to refuse her offer. Honglu, who's been listening in on our conversation, boiled the discussion down to a clearer explanation and related to Josh Chun. Perfect! It is said that formation of such alliances should come with a grand banquet to mark the occasion and to cement the upcoming coalition. The banquet's on me. Once we get closer to the central zone, let's find a nice Kijan to discuss our future ventures together. You're Dante, right? Let's make this thing work. Let's... I was still bewildered by the turn of events, but Josh Chun reached out for a handshake with such earnestness that I found myself almost drawn to shake her hand in return. Now that I think about it, this is the first time we ever made ourselves an ally that wasn't specifically selected by the company, huh? Well, if that's the case, I really hope we can have at least one ally who doesn't meet a terrible end. Oh, I think this is the last note, right? After the banquet, we walked out of the Kijan to find the Mephistopheles. The Mephistopheles? To find the Mephistopheles waiting for us in the middle of the road. Oh man, I never thought thought about it. But now that it's just standing like this in the middle of the road, it really stands out, doesn't it? Is this your usual ride? Glad to see you're all safe. Sod and Pilot walked out from inside the bus. So, did you guys take care of the business? I have some more pressing things to talk about. Listen well, do you have any idea how much traveled your subordinate's little connection? Yes, Miss Faust already gave me a report. Pilot? Oh boy, yes ma'am! By the way, he's awkwardly stepping forward. He probably already got a hell of a talking to from Sod. Real mighty sorry about that, y'all. I've only ever been a part of eradication missions, never in this espionage business, so... Pilot? What did I say about mixing excuses into an apology? Forget what I said, real mighty sorry, for real. This Qingtao guy approached me and sweet-talked me into going along with that plan of his. So I got too cocky, assuming that I knew better than my seniors. I'm sorry. I'm sorry too. I forgot that he's still a new guy in the business. Of course he'd be prone to making these mistakes. Looks like we'll both be writing letters to explain our failure together. Together, huh? You're both getting disciplined for this. The disciplinary action is unlikely to be anything of significance. The LCB team came out unscathed, all things considered. However, it is likely that they may have to work for half a year without pay. Half a year? I consider a win if all we're getting is docked pay. Holy fucking shit. Next time, I do promise. Next time, I'm gonna get real good at this job. I'm gonna become someone who can actually provide good assistance to y'all. Of course, Pilot, you really should. In fact, you will have no choice but to become a contributing member of the team when I'm done with you. Let's really get to it, huh? No one's dying or getting fired under my watch as long as I'm their manager. I'll make sure of that. Honestly, Sod would make a good boss. She's a good boss. Yeah. Alright. I almost forgot to tell you, Sod. It's really important business stuff. Going forward, we're gonna... Oh yeah, I was gonna bring that up sooner or later. We just got the orders from the LCA. Sod produced a small device for her pockets and began reading from it. Upon arrival at the central zone of H-Corp, the LCB will participate in the family hierarchy evaluation with a candidate. We're going to anyway. Now this busting faction is gonna be mine. The LCB will present the following senators as their chosen candidate. Senator number 6, Hang Lun. What? What? You can't do that. What the hell? We just had a banquet, man. It's ruining the mood. You're the exact type of person that Raja hates. You, all of you. I'm gonna make you throw up everything you just ate, you assholes. Poor Shitran. Okay, that was the end. Wow, okay. Bro, fucking exploitative company, man. The surrendered witnessing. Oh, this was only 12 nodes. Let's go. I take that. I take those. That's very nice. Anyways, yeah, that was it. That was the Intervalo 5 Nocturnal Sweeping. Pretty interesting. This Intervalo actually felt like a proper Intervalo, as in like a preamble for what's to come. Like it really, like, because it literally is like the prelude to Kanto 8. So that was very cool. Sadly, no, I really wanted to help Shitran, you know. Oh wait, Yi Sang's way. Oh wait, but like Yi Sang doesn't have the. He's a horse. As well, whatever. Okay, my hiccup's back. Oh my god. At least my hiccup's back right after I finished the story. I've just been very prone to hiccuping today. Anyways, that was fun. My voice is dead though, and I got not much else to do. I'm gonna end it here. Thank you all for joining. I wish you all a good night. Oh my god, this hiccup is even worse than earlier. Yeah, thank you all for watching. I wish you all a good night, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, a good day, and a goodbye. This has been Cashin1020. I appreciate you for joining me today, for tagging along on this journey. But journeys have an end, and today, this will be it. Yeah. I'm gonna go drink some water to like alleviate my hiccups or something. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Bye bye.